10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
How close in did you have the microphone yesterday?
Like a hand's width? Yeah.
Oh, come on. Is there a password for this or something?
Doug's iPhone.
That's me.
Do you have a password for your...
Yeah, I entered it and it looked like it was trying to do something, but
Okay.
it didn't.
Tina? Can you help this?
Good morning, everyone. Is everybody ready to puzzle today? On your tables, we had put some nice little sorting trays that the CJPA made for you to keep. You do not have to use them if you have your own, that's fine. They're not mandatory, but they are gifts for you. It's very imperative with so many people here in the pairs that we keep the aisles clear of all bags. And when you're puzzling, yes, you can get up, stand, change places, but you cannot stand on the ends of the tables in the aisles. We need the space for the cameras to get up and down as well as the spotters. So we ask that you please adhere to that. Okay, we're going to do a raffle draw here first. Helen Schrader. She won yesterday. I don't see Helen here, but this is her second raffle win. This is her lucky weekend. If you buy more than one ticket, you can win more than once. Okay, we will be giving away more. There are more puzzle giveaways happening during this round. The names have been pre-drawn. The volunteers will distribute them. If your name was drawn earlier, we're not going to read the names out as it takes too long. So you may have, if you find a puzzle underneath your table with your name on it, that's yours to take home as well. So don't forget it and leave it behind. Okay, this is a qualifying round. The top 40 teams will move on to the final later today. The results will be posted, but as before, please give us time to get them all caught up to know if you actually qualify for the final. You have a 1,000-piece puzzle, and you have 2 hours and 15 minutes to complete it. If you don't complete it, the standard procedure, stack your pieces. 2 pieces is not considered assembled. 3 or more are assembled. Stack your pieces in groups of 10, and the volunteers will help you count them so that you get them recorded and you get ranked accordingly. When you are puzzling, when you are close to finish, if you do not see a volunteer close to you, please raise your hand in the air so that...
Good morning, everyone. There's a lot of rumbling happening, and we do have a lot of new people here this morning, so if we could just quiet down so we can get through these rules really quickly. Thank you.
It helps to have a teacher around. Thank you. But when you are puzzling and you are finished, you are close to finished, and you do not see a spotter close to your table, please raise your hand in the air. A spotter will come to you because we want to make sure we get your time as accurate as possible. This is being live streamed. The cameras will be up and down the rows. When you are finished your puzzle, as you are finishing, we will try to get as many as possible on the live stream. The spotters may ask you to leave your puzzle together for a few moments. If there's no camera, we'll come by and let you wave to your family at home with your finished puzzle. But we can't guarantee we will get everybody. Like I say, if you're changing seats, you can change seats, you can move around your table, just do not stand on the ends. No bags or people on the ends or in the aisles, please. You can use up to 4 sorting trays, so we have them there, or if you have your own, that's fine as well. In the case of a missing piece, do not break your puzzle. Let the spotter know you're missing a piece. We do have extra puzzles, and we will try to find a way to get a piece for you to complete your puzzle. So please leave your puzzle assembled and let the spotter know if you're missing any pieces. But do check all around you first. When you're finished, if you're missing a piece, look very carefully for it. You will not be penalized if the piece is not found because it will be considered a manufacturing defect. But if you find the piece on the floor, then that will be your time once that piece is put in. Okay, we can distribute the puzzles now. Do not open the puzzles. They will be placed in your tables. Do not open them until the timer starts. Just a reminder, your table numbers must stay on the corner of your table as they were placed. We need these so that we're able to identify you for the live stream. So do not move the puzzle numbers, or the table numbers, please. Does everybody have a puzzle? If you do not have a puzzle, raise your hand. Back corner there, we're missing a puzzle. Everybody has a puzzle, nobody's missing a puzzle? Are you ready? And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, puzzle.
Oh. Did you hear that? Hello, I'm Rebecca Waddell, and I am here coming to you from the Mold Masters Sportsplex at the Canadian Jigsaw Puzzle National Championships, and I'll be your host for today's event.
And I'm Doug Bennett, and I'll be your co-host this morning, along with Rebecca, for a very exciting event at the Mold Masters Sportsplex.
So you're joining us for teams qualifying round E. We have 80 teams competing, and they are doing a 100-piece Ravensburger puzzle. They have 2 hours and 15 minutes, and they may need it for this puzzle. The top 40 to finish will advance into the final round. So our artist today, we've been waiting for this artist to show up.
This is a beautiful, beautiful picture.
Beautiful and difficult image, I say. Oh,
True.
did you hear that collective sigh of, oh my goodness, come out of the puzzlers? So William Roy Brownridge is our artist, and I recognized this artist right away when they released him because he's done a lot of artwork and has some classic kids books. The Moccasin Goalie is the first one that popped into mind.
Yep.
So he is one of Canada's most beloved hockey artists. And, you know, come on, we're in a rink. We got to have a hockey theme.
Got to have a hockey theme.
So he is known for capturing the joy, nostalgia, kind of chaos of small-town Canadian life and outdoor hockey. And I think we might see some chaos today in the puzzlers because this is going to be a little bit of a tricky one. So his artwork is packed with movement, storytelling, and winter details, which makes it beautiful, but also really interesting for speed puzzling.
Yeah, and some of his puzzles, the outdoor scenes with the ice hockey, like really, very nostalgic. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of puzzlers here that are going to be both happy and, I guess, to coin a phrase, puzzled by this puzzle, because it's. Rebecca, what kind of approach would you take to this puzzle?
Oh, first I might send up a little prayer to heaven to help me make it through this one. You know what? Okay, so this one you're going to have, look at all these figures of people. The first thing that popped out to me actually is the toques on some of the hockey players.
Yep.
There is a lot of similar tones in this. So I think you're going to have to maybe start with that line across the top of the buildings. You might be able to pick out some of those different colors in the line across the top. Some of the buildings, the penalty box, like the hockey bench along the side. I can see lines that might be able to follow in the snow drifts or in the boards. There's also the difference. There is a bit of a gradient where you've got kind of the shade coming off of the shadow coming off of the boards. And then you've got that brighter area of the snow kind of leaning into the darker color in the corner. You'll be able to, I think what I would do while sorting is pick out all the player pieces.
For sure.
And have one person kind of working on that.
Focus on that.
Yeah, pulling that over. I think you'll see a lot of sorting in that way of kind of having one person working on that and then placing those characters in and building out off of them.
When I looked at this, the first thing I would think is try to get the boards,
Yeah.
try to pull those pieces out, the couple of houses up on the top, maybe sort those out. But
Well, and
I'm an edge person, so
Yeah.
I'd be fighting over the edge on this one and hoping the rest of my team.
Yeah.
picks up.
please give me the edge.
Oh, please help me.
Well, and I think with this one, actually, the edge is maybe the easiest win. You know how they start, same as Megan Sloka always says, start with something easy, then do the next
Hey,
easy thing.
Listen, as my sons will tell you, I always fight for the edge and I always lose. So.
Yeah, there you go. Got to have your fastest person on the edge. Well, and I think, when you talk about starting with the edge, that's something you could definitely build off of here. And you could even separate the edge and have one person start in that dark shaded corner and work in, and have someone start on the other side and work in.
Yeah.
So I think we are going to be here for a little bit today. This one's looking
I
like a
would
tricky
suspect we
puzzle.
might go full time on this one with some teams for sure.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see, obviously, the faster teams, faster ranked teams, to see what their approach is, and to see what time they finish in. It's going to be really interesting to see.
Well, and part of it too is when I look at this on the box, I can see that gradient. I can see that shading.
Mm-hmm.
But often when the image is printed, that it's a little darker than what it looks like.
Yeah.
So what, you think like, oh, I'm going to do this, and then you look at the pile and you just can't see the pieces when they're in the pile.
It really depends on the lighting too on your table, right?
Yeah.
Like again, sometimes the gradient is easier to see depending on the print, but also depending on the light
And that's been one nice surprise here this weekend.
Absolutely.
There was a little bit of not concern, but just a few people were wondering what the lighting would be like in an arena.
Yeah.
And it's actually been very consistent throughout the building, and no glare, which has, I don't know if it's because the lights are higher up and it spreads out, but that's actually been a great... So I'm kind of wondering for the YouTubers, people on YouTube, what do you think about this puzzle? Where would you start?
Well, we're getting some comments, people saying that it's going to be a tricky one. And somebody has actually put a guess in around 1 hour and 2 minutes.
Okay.
So I think anybody being able to do this puzzle in an hour or just less than an hour, hats off to them, because this is a challenging image, especially this early in the morning.
Yeah.
It's been a hectic weekend for a lot of these competitors.
Yeah.
And to face a challenging puzzle right off the hop is good on them.
Yeah. I'm going to be competing in round F, and I will admit to a little sigh of inner relief when I was like, "Woo, it's not going to be my." This is the one I was worried about.
She did. She said, "Boy, I'm kind of happy I'm not doing this one." But
it's a beautiful puzzle.
This absolutely, and there are people here that they absolutely love a challenge, and we saw from yesterday's puzzles, especially. I guess what you would call the busier image puzzles, more of a challenge, and people just they love it. I mean, it's the artists, the artwork, it's absolutely beautiful.
Well, and we have to remember this is the national championships,
right?
Like we're here to find the best of the best. So there's going to be no cakewalks today. You're going to have to earn your spot in the final, and that's how it should be. Yeah,
in our last two rounds today, you're going to see. Absolutely, you'll see challenging puzzles, and Rebecca's right. This is the championships. This is where you're not going to have necessarily an easy puzzle to do. Mm-hmm. So it's good to see.
So our YouTube comments. I'm wondering. We're going to check on that in a second. Now we have to say thank you to Ravensburger. We had I really felt very lucky yesterday to be able to interview Thomas Kepler, and he's the president of Ravensburger for North America. And we talked to him because they're really made a commitment to develop puzzles for different competitions, like the Finland national competition, Germany, UK, Sweden, all these different places that have had unreleased images. And it's a whole process. They actually said it takes over a year to come up, to approach the artist, to decide on the puzzles. It's not like they just pick a picture and go with it. You have to get permission from people, you collaborate with the artist.
A lot of work goes into it, for sure.
And you also want to have artwork or images that reflect the country where these competitions are taking place as well.
And, considering that it's a national championship, to even to even the playing field for a lot of these experienced puzzlers have done so many puzzles
Yeah.
over the years that to even the playing field for everyone involved and to have an unreleased image,
That's
I think
a huge,
that's outstanding.
Yeah,
right?
that's really huge. It really can impact the results of a competition if
Sure.
if somebody's done it before, then
Absolutely.
so that actually makes it I think more legitimate competition because it's everybody's getting it for the first time and they have a chance to show their skills. So thank you, Ravensburger. We appreciate that.
Very much.
So here we can see these are the heated, let me make sure I get the heated puzzlery. Allison Brown, Adam Gray, Rachel Hamilton, and Samantha Chomek. And they're an Ontario team. Allison made me a beautiful pair of puzzle earrings that I'm wearing today. So thank you, Allison, for that. Here we go to table 39. Natalia's team. We've got Svetlana, Volden, Christina, and 2 Natalias. And they are from Ontario. And at table 58,
58, we've got Kat Kistner, and
Diana
McConnell, Melanie Gauthier, and Stephanie Huska.
and they are puzzling together. You can see their name on their shirt, which is quite hilarious. So they've got a lot of piles on the table. The Perfect Pieces, table 62. This is a team from Nova Scotia. Oh, and New Brunswick. Okay, so Katie, Chloe, Aaron, and Abby, and they appear to be siblings. Oh, there was Olivia's team going by. We've got some young puzzlers here. This is great.
Yes.
It's wonderful to see. I think we have puzzlers from 11 to 80 years old, and it's really neat to see the kids kind of getting into it, and maybe we'll find some new puzzle prodigies today.
It's great to see families involved. I know this year and last year's event, it was great to see, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old kids were just loving it. Like they were, and some of these they're
pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, we got to watch out. There's some up and comers out there.
Yeah. I'm a teacher, and I always have puzzles in my classroom. And the kids, they're so sweet. They're like, hey, let's do a puzzle competition. And I have little trophies, and I award them trophies. They love it.
Let's see who's the fastest.
Super fun.
Just wanted to give a shout out as well. I know there's lots of people watching the live stream, and for me personally, I want to say thank you to people watching from Newfoundland, from Nova Scotia. Hi, Kathy. The boys are very excited. And New York. We've got one of our cousins is down in New York watching as well. Lots of friends and family out there. Lots of people interested right across the country. So really appreciate it.
Isn't that cool? Like with the live stream, we have someone from Finland watching yesterday.
I know,
and Belgium.
This is all
we're
over the world.
worldwide, Doug.
No pressure.
Take a deep breath.
No
Take
pressure.
a deep breath.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at this point, people are just kind of pulling out the edges. Everyone's got their puzzles flipped up, and they're sorting, and they're trying to figure out how are we going to sort this puzzle. You can kind of see like some teams are quite organized. They are starting to build their frame, off to the side and have other people sorting. There's a whole technique to team puzzling. And so do you know about, I don't know if your boys do this same technique or?
You go ahead and.
Okay, so the way that my team sets it up is we have specific roles for everyone.
Right.
So you'll have 2 people. That one is your assembler, where you just keep feeding them projects. That's usually your fastest puzzler. And we also have a person who does the edge, and they're also an assembler. Right. And on our team, Lisa's ours. She's our super sorter, and she's kind of like, she's the boss of the puzzle. So she will, and I'm the sorter, and so she will kind of call the puzzle. So it's like, okay, I'm giving you this, and getting projects arranged, and you're always feeding them over. You're still puzzling too, but it's really important in teams, especially with a 1,000-piece puzzle, that you need to have those projects set up and ready to go and keep feeding them into your...
From what I've seen from the guys practicing, a lot of communication. Yeah. And I think probably one of the biggest things with teams, and I kind of see it when they're doing their pairs competition as well, but in teams, you have to communicate, and you have to say, look, I'm stuck on a section. Yeah. I need to move. Yeah. Right? And it's funny, we were having a conversation this morning about projects. So when you put a group of pieces together, you call it and we always call it sections. So I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know if that's a part of the country
Yeah.
or a puzzle specific
Yeah.
puzzle thing, but we always try to have, or the boys try to have someone who's very strong at a certain type of section of the puzzle, like an
Yeah.
edge or like a gradient,
Yeah.
and have that person focus on that part. But if
Yeah.
they get stuck, they found it was really important to communicate and say,
Yeah.
"Hey, I'm stuck. We need
Yeah.
to move."
Or
Right.
if somebody gives you a project and you're like, I can't do this now, I need something else.
Right.
You can't sit around.
Right.
You don't have to be polite. You're all on the same team.
Mhm.
Like it's not polite, but you don't have to stick with it.
Right.
And I think that's one of the best things, and that comes with puzzling with people. We've got a lot of teams today where they've only puzzled together on Friday night.
Right.
Where they had a chance, and that was really great. We had a social on Friday night with
Mm-hmm.
all kinds of opportunities for puzzling. You could get together with your team. We had puzzle chess, speed puzzling challenges, speed
Yep.
puzzle dating, where you could sit down, do a puzzle, move on, meet someone new.
But
And so I think I think that might be where you see some of these top teams who have had a chance to practice together.
actually had a chance to
Yeah.
practice.
But this is also a coast-to-coast event.
That's
so
right.
on my team, we have Manitoba, Manitoba, BC,
Mm-hmm.
and France. Our Canadian who lives in France and comes across. So
Well, see, we've got on my son's team, we've got 2 from Nova Scotia and 2 from Ontario.
there you go.
So their first chance to actually puzzle together
Yeah.
was Friday night,
Yeah.
right? So, and they banged out a couple of thousand piece puzzles, and
Yeah.
just to reacquaint themselves with each other. But one thing about the CJPA that I really like is the fact that they do the regional competitions, the virtual competitions, and you have the opportunity to get a feel for the speed puzzling and how the competitions work.
Yeah.
And then if you want to take on coming to the Nationals, which is an absolutely fantastic event,
Yeah.
you've got a comfort level. It's
Yeah.
not
Exactly.
and there's been people come in, this is their first time, this is their
Yeah.
first competition, and we've had people come in who've been doing it since the start. So it's, there's all ranges of experience.
Yeah.
And
And speed levels. That's
Absolutely.
something too. Like I run a group in Manitoba Speed Puzzlers, and people say, "Oh, well, I'm not fast. I can't
Right.
come. I'm not fast."
Right.
And it's like, well, it's not about how fast you are. It's do you want to do it?
Exactly.
And so we have people here whose goal is to win or place in the top 10.
Yep.
We have people whose goal it is here is to come and do a puzzle in maybe an hour and a half. Like
Right.
they set a personal goal.
Set a
We
personal
have
goal,
people
yeah.
whose goal is to finish before the end of the time limit.
Right.
We had Hugo and Denis from Montreal. I met these 2 ladies. They're like, we just wanted to come.
Yep.
And they drove over, and I saw them
And they're having a great
yesterday
time.
puzzling away. Yeah.
Yeah,
They've
yeah.
been here watching and enjoying everything and getting in on the action. So, if you are on the fence about whether you should try a speed puzzle competition, you just go for it. There's local
Absolutely.
events, lots of times breweries, game stores host them.
Right.
There's the regional competitions. Manitoba's hosting regionals this summer. Really excited, our first time.
Uh-huh.
And we're just very proud of that we've kind of got it together to do that. And also, you guys are hosting this summer.
Yeah, there's also in August, there's a regional competition in Halifax. So
Yeah. BC, Alberta, and Ontario also
Right.
have regionals. So, yeah, there's opportunities. And I think you make a good point. Like, try maybe at a regional and then
Yeah.
come on down. Yeah.
yeah, and it's not.
Well, and before it was, like, I think as the CJPA grows as well, like we're bringing it to new markets. We got to get some puzzlers in Saskatchewan coming to Manitoba. We're going to, the Manitoba and Saskatchewan have a heated rivalry
Okay.
over football. Okay?
Absolutely.
Rough Riders, Blue Bombers.
Yeah.
And every Labor Day weekend, we have the Labor Day Classic.
Right.
And then everybody goes to Regina for that. And then the next home game in Winnipeg with Saskatchewan is called the Banjo Bowl, and where we want to have the
Okay.
Banjo Bowl of puzzling. So if you're in Saskatchewan or Western Ontario and you would like to come to Manitoba this summer for regionals, let's see you there. We want to spark up some competition, and if we can get things going in Saskatchewan, never know. Maybe we'll have a Saskatchewan regionals.
I don't know if it was obvious to people listening on YouTube, but Rebecca is from Manitoba.
Yeah. Oh, there's Bruce. So, yes, of all places. Okay, so we can see some sorting happening here. definitely are starting on the outside of the frame. This is our international team here. There's a couple of international teams, and that was really quite cool to have people coming in from different places. They opened it up to Canadians first to register, and then I'm just looking, where did Bruce go? They opened it up to Canadians to register, and then after we kind of had registrations that slowed down, then we invited international people. So they're definitely able to participate, but they cannot qualify for podium prizes.
Right.
So, but we're happy to have them here.
Great to have them.
Yeah.
So we're looking at table 35 there now, and that would be Tara, Erica, Christy, and Lavina.
Yeah.
All from British Columbia.
Yeah, we have a big contingent from BC this year.
Yeah.
I think more so than from before. And that could be as a result of having regionals. People kind of, and we had quite a few people from BC at the Alberta regionals. People travel for the regional competitions. We had a team from Manitoba that went out and had a lot of fun, had a lot of success. Shortly, we're going to have Bruce from Puzzles Canada join us. He's just making his way over, and I can't wait to talk with Bruce. We'll have him come up here in a second. Look at that table. Like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
Do not those pieces all look all the same?
From this angle, all those pieces look the same.
Yeah. This is going to be a bit of a challenge puzzle.
Morning, Bruce. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing great.
So Bruce, we're going to get you to pick up the microphone, and you can
Put you on
hold.
mic.
You have to really be like a rock star on TV. There we go.
Yeah.
No singing today.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe
I can't
later.
promise anything.
Maybe later.
We are thrilled to welcome Bruce Donnelly from Puzzles Canada here, because I'll tell you what, Canada, this would not be possible. This event would not be possible. The CJPA would not be possible without Bruce. He has been a key partner with the CJPA right from the beginning days, and he and his company is a big part of the reason why we can even host any of our events. So
Thank you.
I'm really curious.
My pleasure.
So Bruce, how did this all start? Did you just one day you got a call from someone and said, we want to have a puzzle competition? How did this all start? I'm really curious.
Russ called me up one day and said, we had this Facebook page, and we're looking at doing something with it, and we're thinking maybe doing some online competitions. And he said, we just want to start small, do a little test one. So we sent out 11 puzzles.
And now look here.
And now here we are. Yeah,
11,000. I don't even know how many puzzles do you think there's here this weekend? Do you have an idea about that?
Thousands.
Like pallets full?
Oh yeah.
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 Because you receive all the puzzles for us, eh?
Yeah.
It helps to have a friend with a warehouse when you want to run an event like this.
Yeah,
So
we received probably 2 tractor trailer fulls.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
Who
a
gets
busy
to unload
April.
them?
Yeah.
It's a long day.
Raises his
it is a
hand.
long
Yeah.
day. Yeah, and a lot of them get moved. They get delivered to the main warehouse, and then we have an external warehouse.
Okay. Because you have to keep them under wraps too, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the other
So do
thing,
you know ahead of time what the puzzles are? Do you take a
I
little
do.
peek?
Yeah.
Oh, he does.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I have to order them.
Yeah.
For
I
the
see.
stock.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, I need to see the images.
So you're
I
part of
know
the-
how many to have.
Yeah.
So,
We'll
yeah.
have a chat later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so funny because Fawn is also part of that process.
Right.
She's the one who's, because on the CJPA, some of our board members are competing, but they keep it at, you have it locked down.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a tightly locked down secret. And it was kind of funny because she said, I don't even throw out the recycling. Like I wait till after the weekend,
Right.
and then I throw out the recycling. She said, the leak won't come from me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have a staff member who
Okay.
competes here too. So yeah, we had to
Yeah.
keep that under wraps. So yeah, as soon as they arrived, they were gone.
Banished to the far warehouse.
That's right.
I gotta say, the location, your store here in Georgetown, is it's phenomenal. The first time I walked in with my sons, and we walked into the front of the store, and said, wow, this is pretty amazing. And one of them said, no, come out in the back.
Yeah.
And when you go out in the back, and it's just puzzles.
Floor,
It's floor to ceiling.
Okay.
It's amazing.
I don't
Amazing
even
to
know
see.
if we could describe it to do it justice. I had my
Yeah.
first little foray into Puzzles Canada last year,
Mm.
and I was amazed at just walking in the front door. And I thought, okay, I can only buy as many puzzles as I can hold in my hands because I got to get them in my suitcase to get home. I made it around and I'm like, oh, what's this door? And literally you walk into that warehouse and like how many shelves high? Like 10 shelves high?
The roof is 14 feet.
14 feet tall.
So, and we go right up to the roof.
Yeah,
Right to
it's
the top.
floor to ceiling.
Yeah.
And it's like shelf after shelf after shelf after shelf
Yeah.
of just every puzzle you could imagine and many you couldn't. Like, this is something I want to know. Where do you find, like, do people just come to you with their puzzles, or how do you find
Yeah.
all these different
Yeah, how do you
companies, different
determine
puzzles?
the new puzzle
Yeah.
lines? Yeah.
So we get a lot of people reaching out to us
Okay.
from all over the world. So it's we need to filter.
Okay.
So
yeah.
it's trying to figure out what's going to work, what our customers are looking for. Price point
Yeah.
is a big thing. Like there's such a wide
Yeah.
range of prices, and you don't want to you don't want to be too heavy on the really expensive ones
Yeah.
because there is a market for that.
But it's, you want to make it accessible for everyone
Right,
too.
right. And then I reach out to ones that I think are really going to work for us.
Yeah.
And there's some, like we're the only retailer outside of Amazon in the world
Yeah.
that carries the brand.
Oh wow.
So
So
it's,
what? Give us an example of some of
the brand?
or just like different countries maybe that you've.
Yeah, a lot from Europe.
Okay.
So France,
Turkey too, yeah.
Turkey, yeah. Turkey's a real hotbed for manufacturing.
And it just is it because they do a lot of manufacturing there, or is it that they
Yeah.
have a big puzzle community?
There's manufacturers. There's
okay.
a lot of puzzle manufacturers there. Poland as well. Poland's a real hotbed.
I just won a prize in an online competition, and I had a box from Poland show up at my door,
yeah.
and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is
Yeah.
amazing!" So it's really worldwide.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And Japan, Japan is a real hotbed for puzzles. We don't have any yet.
Okay.
It's a little tricky. There's a language barrier, so it's
Okay.
in Europe you can always find somebody who speaks English, but yeah, it's a little bit different with Japan.
One of our board members, Corinne Tremblay, had gone to Japan in the spring, and she sent us a video at a puzzle store, and it was like, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh!"
Yeah.
So many
Oh,
amazing
it's
things.
incredible what they
Yeah.
have there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. So how far ahead, say for the competition next year, how far ahead would you start the process of ordering puzzles and the shipping and everything else? How does that work?
We would get involved probably early next year.
Okay.
They will start the process. Ravensburger's probably already thinking
Yeah.
about
Thinking
next
ahead,
year.
yeah.
Right. Right.
And then they'll contact the CJA and they'll go through their process. And then
And do you have any input on that about which puzzles they're getting, or are you more
yeah, they
in
do,
the-
they send me files
Okay.
and ask for feedback.
Okay, good.
So yeah, it's an
Well,
interesting
because
process.
you have that. Are you a puzzler, Bruce? Do you like to do puzzles?
Yeah, my wife is more of a puzzler
Okay.
than me, but yeah, I do
Or
it.
do you get enough? Is it like the mechanic's car never works because he gets enough of it at his day job?
We love to do them.
Yeah.
It's just time.
Yeah.
So typically it's at the holidays. Like there's only one time out of the year, and that's at Christmas, where we
Yeah.
can actually take 2 solid days to ourselves.
And just kind of relax. Well, yeah,
Right.
because being business owners, right? It's
Right.
all kind of falls on you.
Yeah.
Well, I think that people would be interested to know the way that you support other groups across Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And through the CJPA, that was my connection to you. And you've been providing puzzles for Manitoba Speed Puzzler events. And so it's just been lovely to work with you. And I'm looking forward to the fall, because now we kind of have started our events.
Right.
So now I know kind of how many puzzles I need to get, and we can start looking at that process, ordering out.
Yep. Yeah, and the more notice we have, because some of these, like
Yeah.
we bring in pallets from Europe, and it's a process.
Yeah.
So it
So
can
I
take.
was wondering about that. So, like, say it's a brand that comes from Europe, and I know that you post on your Facebook page, like, okay, we're getting some new things in.
Right.
Like, how does that work? Like, what's the turnaround for that? Or,
Typically 10 weeks.
okay.
Once it's ordered, then they need to pack the order. Then we need to arrange shipping. Typically, they need to book a container, which can
Okay.
take it could be 2 weeks before it's actually in a container.
Yeah, and then it has to
And-
get here and get unloaded and go
Right.
through all the
Go through
customs.
the
And then it
process, yeah.
depends exactly what route it takes through Europe.
Okay.
So sometimes it's on a truck from Turkey, and it goes into the Mediterranean, and then
Yeah.
it wraps around to Belgium, and
So our puzzles are more well traveled than us.
probably, yeah. Yeah, they go through quite the tour of
Yeah.
Europe. So
Take
yeah.
the long way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's interesting. I follow it.
Yeah.
So there's trackers,
Oh, neat.
and I follow the vessels, and so I know roughly when they're going to arrive.
So I would assume this weekend is a busy weekend at your location
Yes.
in Georgetown. So I guess shout out to your staff.
Yeah,
For
they're
sure.
they're
Like,
they're
they must
incredible.
be
They've done an
incredible.
awesome job this week.
Well, and I was thinking of my first visit to the store and how I was going to limit myself to what I could carry in my hands. And then I realized if you hit a certain threshold, you'll just ship them to my house for me.
Oh yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
something we can mention. So if you're a puzzler here this weekend in Georgetown,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to explain some of that? You've
Yeah.
got
So
discounts and-
the standard on the website is $69. So anything over $69, we ship for free anywhere in Canada. And people
So
can do
fill a
that
box
here.
or
So
two.
we on Friday was a really busy day for us because we had a lot of people come in from the west.
12:05, we're in the door.
Yeah. So yeah, so many shipments going out to BC
Yeah.
on
yeah,
Friday.
we have a
so.
big contingent here from BC this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Just speaking personally, as someone who drove to the event last year and had a car full going back, really appreciate the shipping. Thank you.
Sure.
And what time are you open till today, Bruce?
It's hard to say.
Okay.
So we're if people are there, we're going to stay open.
Because I'm asking for myself because I have not been able to get over there yet.
Okay.
And I have some puzzles that I would like to purchase. So don't close till I get there.
She has
for
her
sure.
wish list
For sure,
ready to
yeah.
go.
I do. I had my
Yeah,
students
sure.
on Thursday. What puzzles should I buy at Puzzles
There you
Canada?
go. There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah.
I'm looking for K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah.
Kermit the Frog. I don't know if you have any Muppet theme. Dogman.
yeah.
And then lots of cat puzzles were on the list.
Yeah.
and
We have
Stitch.
lots of
Yeah.
cat puzzles and
Yeah.
Stitch.
It seems like
Nothing
okay.
specific, right?
So yeah.
Yeah, right.
They
one
were
list.
very, and get a Dogman puzzle and make sure it's not
I know,
fake.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's pretty cute. So when you are ordering puzzles, you said you want to make sure that it's going to work for you. So tell us a bit about that. What's your process for, like, is it the imagery? Is it the brand? Like, what kind of things do you find sell best, or
Yeah.
are you looking for
So
in a puzzle?
number one is quality.
Okay.
So we're known for selling quality puzzles.
Yeah.
So it's people can rely on us that whatever they're going to buy from us is going to be a good puzzle.
Yeah.
So that's number one, because there's a lot of cheap brands out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And there's nothing more frustrating than
Right.
trying to do a puzzle where the pieces don't stick together,
Right.
or where they fall apart after you've done it one time, or
Yeah. And then after that, it comes down to image. So the image is obviously incredibly important, and the brand.
Okay.
A lot of brands are very engaged in the puzzle community,
Yeah.
and that makes a big difference.
So, like, I do almost all of the CJPA virtual competitions. And so that has been really nice because you kind of have like different brands every month that you
Right.
like a theme with. And so that's been a way that I've tried many new brands that I haven't tried before.
Yeah.
And you have some new brands coming. I don't know if you can, I know you have to keep it very secret, but maybe you can just give me a wink if there's going to be some new brands we haven't tried before coming
Oh,
up for the
absolutely.
next
Yeah.
year?
There's probably we have 6 that
Okay.
we're looking at. I don't know at this point if all 6 will come in by the end of
Okay.
the summer, but yeah, there's 6 on the docket,
Yeah.
and we've just introduced 2 in the past couple of weeks.
And I think people at home might be interested. So when you register for a CJPA puzzle competition, Bruce is ordering all the puzzles to the warehouse, and then we actually have volunteers from CJPA that come and help to
Right.
prepare all the puzzles for shipping.
Yeah.
Like, it's a whole weekend affair.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's a big deal.
Yeah, because I think maybe people don't always see that part of it, right? It's like,
yeah.
oh, well, because we when I first started doing CJPAs, we had a max of 40 people per competition. And there would be comments like, oh, it's sold out, I couldn't get in. Why don't you have more? You have room on Zoom for more than 40 people. But it's not just about what's on the Zoom call. It's
Right.
being able to get enough puzzles.
It's the
Yeah.
logistics.
And the
It is,
logistics of
yeah.
it, packing
It gets
them.
very complicated.
Yeah.
And Amanda and Fawn, they do just an incredible job.
Well,
at
and
those,
to
yeah.
get all of those puzzle, because you're not just shipping out one puzzle at a time.
Right.
You're shipping out a bundle that could have 10 puzzles in it
Right.
or 6 puzzles for the next
For the
series
next-
of competitions. They all have
Yeah.
to be wrapped. They
Right.
have to be labeled.
Yeah.
And they have to be then packaged in boxes for because not everyone's doing every single competition either.
Mhm.
So it's really quite a process.
Oh,
it's
it
a
is.
whole weekend.
Yeah.
They go to Georgetown for the weekend.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
and they do. I was like, ooh,
Hey,
can I come?
I know. I'm chuckling because it's like, hey, I know.
Yeah.
And they're like, please, we need the help.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Yeah, and volunteers.
Yeah.
They always get the volunteers
Yeah.
there, and they,
Yeah.
they couldn't do it without the volunteers. Like, it's
Absolutely.
very, very labor intensive.
So I think for our puzzlers, give a shout out to the Canadian volunteers,
Absolutely,
CJPA
yeah.
volunteers, Fawn and Amanda, who do so much to keep
Yeah.
everything, and it's so well organized. Like, look at this
It is.
event here.
Yeah.
It's just, what do you think about being in the arena? What's your
Oh,
impression?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
It's
you
kind
know-
of nice to be all in one room, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot different than what we've had in the past. But the event has grown to this scale, and
Yeah.
this is what it needs.
Yeah. And
You
to
know-
have the spectators up top has been pretty cool too.
Yeah.
hey?
Yeah,
That's
it's
kind of
it's
an
worked out
extra.
incredibly well.
Yeah.
And the fact that what always strikes me is as soon as the round starts, the puzzles are available for purchase. Like, hey,
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah.
Like anybody, and you see people coming down out of the stands
Yeah.
trying to buy puzzles, right?
Yeah.
And you're I think you're dead on about the venue and the size of the venue. Because the event has gotten so large, it's so much. And speaking from a volunteer point of view, it's so much easier to maneuver in this size room.
Right.
Right. It's
Yeah.
so much more comfortable.
Well, and even
for the
just places
puzzlers,
for people to
for
sit
you,
down in
like,
between.
yeah.
And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the light.
Yeah,
Like,
the light
there's
is great.
so
Huge.
much natural light in here.
Yeah.
So that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah, because you don't often have that in an arena, hey?
Right.
This might be the first hockey rink I've been in that has windows.
Yeah.
And I've been in a lot of hockey rinks.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
time kept hockey for like 12 years in Winnipeg.
Oh,
I
yeah,
used
yeah.
to time keep Jonathan Taves. How's that? When he played
See,
AAA hockey. Yeah.
Rebecca, there's so much I'm learning about you today.
I am a very Renaissance woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's
So
me.
we don't know if we've got anybody on the live stream. Do you want to shoot us a quick question for Puzzles Canada? If there's anything that you'd like to know in particular, but
Now, you have kind of a special pricing on the Nationals puzzles right now, right? Is that just
Yeah,
for in
yes.
person, or is that also on the
No,
website?
they're on the website.
Okay.
So it's they're 15% off.
Okay.
And that's coded into the system right now. So
Now, is there
it'll
a
be on
I
for a
want
while.
it all button where you can get it all bundled up?
Not for the Canadians.
Not for the
right?
Canadians,
No.
but you do have that for the USA.
We did it for the US. Yeah.
And I noticed too that you have the world's puzzles here with you
Yep.
today. So that has been really exciting because,
Yes.
and I don't know, and maybe we should have asked Thomas about this when he was here yesterday, because like when we were watching the world's competition in September, you're like, I want those puzzles, and they were available. I think it was just they were kind of doing. Maybe you know more about it, but there was like a warehouse being shifted around, but you could get the puzzles in the States, but not in Canada.
not in Canada.
Right.
And it was
Yeah.
like, we want them to.
Yeah.
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 Oh, we have a great relationship with Ravensburger.
Yeah,
so
talk
we're,
about that a little bit.
Yeah, we're at that point now where we can talk to them and say, look, this is going to do really well in Canada. So, if you can ship it to us, it'd be great.
Yeah.
So, right now we're the only ones with the U.S.
Yeah.
Nationals in Canada, and right
You
now
got
the only
them
one
fairly
with these
quickly
worlds.
too, right? Like
Yep.
within a month or two.
Yeah, if they're in the warehouse in the States,
Okay.
then they could have it to us within a few weeks.
Now, I'm curious, how many of those puzzles would you have got? Like just like because I know everyone I know was buying bundles. in
Oh, yeah.
Manitoba.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Like, how-
The bundle went really, really well. So
well, I was doing the math and I'm like, okay, if I only get I'm just gonna get them all. And then,
yeah. It's a good deal.
Yeah.
So, and we brought hundreds in.
Yeah.
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 So it's they've been moving really, really well.
There's some very happy puzzlers that they could get those hands on the U.S. Nationals
Yeah.
and the Worlds for sure.
Yeah. Oh, we're trying to get anything that Ravensburger sells. So, I had a good chat with Thomas yesterday from
Yeah.
Ravensburger, and I told him, I'm looking at some of these European images and going, that would sell so well here. And
Yeah.
he said, well, yeah, but just,
Yeah,
let
he
us know. And
We kind of talked about that I asked him about that on the live stream yesterday
Mm-hmm.
because I said it seems like they have puzzles that we just can't get.
right.
And he said that's starting to change.
Yeah.
Where they're looking to kind of make that more accessible. Like they want to have images that would be representative of where they're being sold,
Right.
but also that they're kind of like art is art across the world. So we want to try and make some of that more logo.
And that's already coming through now. If
Yeah.
you look at their spring catalog, there are a lot of European type images in their spring catalog, and there's even more in the fall catalog coming. So it's there definitely is a little bit of a view change
That's
at
awesome.
Ravensburger,
Yeah.
which I welcome wholeheartedly.
Yeah. So let's take a look at some of our puzzlers. This is a bit of a. Did you hear the exclamation that rang out across the crowd as the puzzle came out of the bag?
It's a tricky puzzle.
I was like, oh, okay, because I'm in the next round. So I was like, woof.
I took a walk around, and all you can see is blue. It's just
Well, I know just from some of the angles that we're getting on some of the cameras, when it shoots across the table, it looks like it's all just one shade of blue.
Yeah.
And,
Like, look at these piles here. You've got white, light blue, slightly darker blue,
yeah.
and hockey players.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying their best to sort them.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
Well, like I said earlier, I think I'd be fighting for the edge pieces on this one, and then
Yeah.
you'll see.
Then you'd know where to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where would you start on a puzzle like this, Bruce? What do you think?
We always start with the edges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
There's really, and that's kind of part of this William Roy Brownridge's art style. Like, he really always paints in these kind of shades of blue.
Right. Yeah.
And there's just like only a slight few kind of pops of color here. Hey?
Yeah.
And I've done many hockey themed puzzles, and those little hockey players are hard to, like, because the skates and the hockey sticks really can. It's a lot of repetition to the puzzle.
Well, like we were saying with the hats, like even if you tried to divide out the hats.
Oh, look here at
you
this
know,
team. Like, look at, they've got quite some, they
Wow,
got some progress. So they're kind of starting at the edge there across the top.
But
And
you
kind
notice
of,
how they've got the boards done,
yeah.
right?
That might be the one thing that kind of stands out is getting some of those lines in place and then kind of building in from
Right.
there.
Yeah, for sure.
And you get those what they got little islands, right?
Yeah.
You start putting together where all the blocks of players are.
Well, and that, I think one of the advantages of the teams is that you can have somebody working on those small sections.
Yeah.
And as you're working away, you think, oh my gosh, there's so much of this puzzle left to do. And then the sections start getting put in place, and you're like, oh, this is not too bad.
It's like,
right, I can fill this in.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see there's quite a few tables where the frame's together and they're still working on filling in some of those sections.
Well, this is interesting how they have it almost.
They've kind of split it.
Yeah, they've split it
And
in
see,
two pieces.
okay, I feel quite proud. I said maybe that's what they're going to do, because on a puzzle like this, you might. Okay, see, I know.
See,
what
I
I'm
lost that bet.
I may know what I'm
Right.
talking about, at least for one table, anyways.
Well, yeah.
Well, no, but because it is kind of a gradient across,
Right.
and
Yeah.
there's, like, you're really going to have to look at the color of the, because it's mostly background on the ice rink, right?
Mhm.
Well, yeah, when you look at the ice surface here, right, it's very similar to up here, and
Yeah. And if you kind of have someone, sometimes it's easiest to build off the edge,
Right.
especially if you've got a puzzle where you can't start with like the big red flower. You know what I mean? And so you can kind of start off the edge and build in. There's going to be a lot of shape work in this puzzle, a lot of shape
Right,
sorting
yeah.
and looking at the piece shape. And I think that color of gradient in the
it's
background
challenging as it should be,
too. Yeah.
That's right.
because
Yeah.
this is the national championship.
Sure,
again,
yeah.
right? It should be a challenging puzzle.
The best in Canada, right?
Yeah.
for sure.
So you have been involved with CJPA right from the beginning.
Yep.
And so the first nationals was 2023.
Yes.
And how many people were at that one? That was when I just started doing the virtual
Yeah,
online competitions.
It was smaller. I'm thinking 300
Okay.
seems to be the number. And it was held in September,
Yeah.
the first
That's
one.
right. Yes.
And it wasn't even called a championship or
It was
competition.
just like a regional competition.
Yeah,
or a
it was.
CJPA competition.
I know Russ wanted to ease back on calling it that because
Yeah.
at that point,
Who knew who was
who
going to
knew?
come, right?
Yeah, so it was just kind of here, let's do this
Yeah.
and see what happens. And then the first real national competition was the following May.
Okay.
Yeah, in 2024.
Yeah, because it was,
Yeah.
I remember, I think the first online competition I did was maybe in the spring of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
And they had, I think at that first competition, you had like release puzzles that you had brought in.
Yep.
And so when was last year the first year that you did the unreleased puzzles?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was really exciting, hey?
Yeah. It adds a whole different dimension and excitement.
Yeah.
because
Well, and it kind of evens the playing
It
field.
evens
We
the playing
talked about
field,
that too.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruce, you must have found it, as a lot of people found challenging during COVID time, but did you find that there was much more of an uptake in people ordering puzzles and the puzzling in general around that time?
yeah, it's it's funny because we own a toy store. That's where we originate from, and when COVID hit, the toy store got shut down.
Yeah.
Right.
So we couldn't open up to the public. So everything was just online.
Yeah.
And every single puzzle we had in stock, and we stocked a lot of puzzles
Yeah.
at the store at that time. Every single one.
They
sold
cleared
out.
your shelves,
Yeah,
eh?
they were all gone.
Because you didn't start as a puzzle store. You started as
No,
a
it's
toy
a
store.
toy store, yeah.
Because I know when I pay my bill, it's like, what was the name of it? Squirts
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's still going. It's actually right out the back door here. You can see it.
Oh, really?
You go at the
Okay.
back.
I
yeah.
didn't realize that.
So
Yeah.
it's been an interesting pivot, right? When you realize that, okay, here's, we have a toy store, but this one part of the toy store, right, was all of a sudden everybody. I mean, our family went through the same thing. Well,
Yeah.
let's puzzle,
Yeah.
right? Everybody puzzle.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
couldn't get puzzles.
And you.
Oh
right.
no!
Yeah, they were-
Everybody sold out.
Yeah.
We started calling all our suppliers and said, "Yeah, we're sold out too."
Let's
So,
go.
yeah.
And they even, I think some of them, like they were printing them so fast, they didn't have like, they kind of came in boxes with just like pictures taped on the
Yeah.
front. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 But then
Yeah.
it quickly died off. So it's we get that question a lot. Was COVID a big influence on
Yeah.
Puzzles Canada? And it really wasn't. So
It wasn't, or-
it got our toy store through it.
Okay.
Right. Right.
But then we launched puzzlescanada.ca October 2020, and by that time the curve had spiked and it
Okay.
came back down, and it
Right.
was back to where it was, and it's been on a continuous growth for ever since we've owned
Yeah.
Squirt. So we're
So it
going on
wasn't directly
25
related
years
to
at
COVID.
Squirt.
It's just kind of
Right.
It's
Yeah.
just, it's been.
Yeah.
Well, and I guess if you had the toy store, you already had like supplier relationships. You
Sure.
had the shipping. You had the
Right.
the infrastructure to kind
Yeah.
of just pivot, right?
Yeah, like we've been dealing with Ravensburger for
Yeah.
like 22, 23 years.
Yeah.
So we have very, very long history.
Right.
Okay, I'm curious. What is your top selling puzzle? Do you have like
Oh.
one
That's a good-
that you can't keep
that's
in
a good
stock,
question.
or the one that just keeps selling over and over,
That's a tough one.
or even like top theme, or
People love the artist. So if it's a a real artist that has the style that really connects with people,
Okay.
then yeah, it's those move very, very well. It's some puzzles will come in and people will get excited right off the bat, and it will sell out within days,
Yeah.
and then we bring it back in and it sits around for a
Yeah.
while. So it's like
there's a little bit of that kind of like, what do you call it? Like hype or
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now,
But-
do you see trends changing in puzzling? Do you see trends kind of over time, or do you follow trends, or is it do you just kind of go with what you know through
Yeah, like
experience?
we follow the social media,
Okay.
so it's important. Like I like to know what people are thinking,
Yeah.
and the attitudes and what they're looking for. So yeah, we follow that. The trend, it's hard to call because the trend, as I said, you get that big hit,
And then
and
it
then
kind
it's-
of
then it's done.
yeah.
But you do get those puzzles that will sell constantly.
Okay.
So Dave McAdam is here today. Like,
Yeah.
his puzzles are incredible. Like every time we bring them in,
Yeah.
they go.
They fly
so,
off, yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, he's got such details in his puzzle, hey? Like,
Yeah.
Such kind of little quirky, unique details. And
yeah,
they're
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of fun
He's
to
a great example
do.
of an artist that really connects with people.
Yeah.
And
I think-
when he was signing yesterday, it was
Yeah.
the excitement that people had,
Yeah.
and there were
the
people they
lineup,
brought in their full
right.
collection.
Yeah,
They had
oh, wow.
11 puzzles,
Let's
and
go.
he signed every single one of them. So yeah.
So what is the most, I think I might know the answer to this already, but I will ask, what is the most popular puzzle size? How many pieces?
So this is interesting. When it's always been 1,000,
Okay.
always. Now, the 500s are sneaking up because of this.
Yeah. Okay. So that's
see?
a great question,
Right.
Doug. I
Because of
have been a
training, yeah.
puzzler for a long time. Like as a kid, then I used to work actually in a behavioral support classroom with kids with emotionally kind of difficult behavior, and we always would have a puzzle on the go, and we, a place to kind of calm and find some quiet.
Focus,
Or it's really easy to talk to a child when you're doing a puzzle because you're kind of have that. You're not looking them in the face. You can kind of sit side by side and have a chat. And for me, I never bought a 500-piece puzzle ever. It was always 1,000-piece until my daughter, who was 14 at the time, said, "Oh, you should check out. Like, I know you like to do puzzles, Mom. You should look at this YouTuber, Karen Puzzles. And she makes videos about doing puzzles." And I saw her do her comment on the U.S. Nationals. And so that led me to look for the Canadian Nationals. And I found out about speed puzzling. And the very first puzzle I bought was Floral Reflections. And it was a 500-piece Ravensburger with like the red, the orange, the yellow, the blue flowers. And Alejandro did that in the finals in 35 minutes. I was like, well, that's easy. It's just like red, blue. Yeah, no, it was not that easy. But it kind of hooked me. And now I have stacks on stacks of 500-piece puzzles. But I had never bought one my whole life till that moment. So I think that's part of it too.
That's interesting because of the competition. And one of the type of Ravensburger puzzles that I personally like are the circle. Right?
Yeah.
Because it's a different shape.
Yeah.
Right.
And I guess because the piece shapes, once you've done one, you've kind of got an idea that, okay, so this piece is...
Yeah,
it
gives you a little bit of
a pattern to it.
A little bit of a pattern, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's interesting that 500 is...
Now, I noticed on your website, some of the circle puzzles were imports.
Yep.
There was a few. So are those ones that would be like a European release that you had to import, or how does that work?
Yep.
That's okay.
Yeah. So they're just generally not available here.
Okay.
So, and then we have a supplier in Europe, and occasionally they get them. It's not a constant thing, but
yeah, it's kind of here and there. I'll see things pop up.
Yeah. It's just whatever we can grab.
And it was really interesting with this question is when we were doing the invitational for CJPA, one of the people, Nicole, I want to say Nicole Bertrand, she said that she used to do puzzles, but then she kind of stopped because it was so easy. And she's like, oh, I buy a puzzle, be done in 2 minutes, and she had to kind of stretch it out kind of thing. And so she found a new love for puzzling by doing speed puzzling. Right. And so it kind of added that extra challenge factor to her. And I actually listened to Mari Clark get interviewed on Peace Talks, and she said she would try and stretch out her puzzles as long as she could because she wanted to get, like, she'd do it again. And then now she's like, her husband suggested she tries speed puzzling, thinking they'd have more time to spend together. He's like, well, that backfired because now she's like one of the top speed puzzlers, right?
Yeah.
But,
lots of practice.
We had a question come in on the live stream. Can Canadian Nationals puzzles be shipped to the U.S.?
Yep.
You heard it here.
There you go.
Yep.
Directly from the source. Yes, they can.
Yeah, because you do ship to the U.S. Do you ship to other places too, or just mostly Canada, U.S.?
Yeah, just Canada and the U.S.
Yeah.
Europe, we'd like to do it, but it's very, very expensive.
And there's probably different shipping rules for different countries too, right? Like,
yeah, and they've just introduced something new, and we don't even fully understand it. So you have to register as an importer now, and you have to have a number, and so it's really just not practical.
Yeah. So you got to find a friend in Canada who'll buy the puzzles from Puzzles Canada and then ship them over to you. And
Right.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit easier if just a consumer will.
Well, it's kind of funny because I'm from Manitoba, and so last year coming to Nationals, I had all my competition puzzles I had to bring home, and I'm like, how am I going to get these on the plane? But we often have one person from our province driving, and so we call it the Prairie Puzzle Express, and we load up the trunk, and I brought tape this year to tape all our names so we didn't get them mixed up. Have them.
Yeah. Well, like I say, we last year when we drove, the back of our little SUV was just full. We'd open up the hatch, and right to the roof was luggage and tote bags of puzzles. Right? So again, appreciate the shipping very much. So it's made for a much more enjoyable trip for my sons.
Not as congested.
But yeah, no, that's great. Again, great to have such a fantastic partner as Puzzles Canada. I mean, for CJPA, you guys are really one of the cornerstones of events like this and this organization, and again, your location in Georgetown is just, for anybody who's able to.
It's like a 10-minute walk
You
from here, I
have to
think,
go
Yeah.
and see.
Yeah, a
It's
lot of people
amazing.
walked
I didn't
yesterday.
realize. I was like,
We saw them walking down there,
Yeah.
coming down the street with their bags full
Yeah.
of puzzles. Yeah.
Because we always have parking control.
yeah.
So just somebody out there just
Yeah.
to point people in the right direction.
Yeah.
And yesterday, last year, it was definitely needed. And yesterday was a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
You say, oh, why was it light? You say, well,
Yeah.
people were walking here.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
I saw you had directions for parking and how to get there. And
Yeah.
I made a comment on the Facebook post. I don't need directions. I just followed my heart.
Yeah.
The puzzles called to me.
Yeah, that's right.
No, we were lucky on Friday. We got there just as you opened. So okay, perfect parking
Yeah.
spot right by the door.
Yep.
Let's go.
Easy load.
Easy load. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
This is a hard puzzle. Look at this. We're at 53 minutes.
Yeah.
And, you
Wow.
know, depending on the puzzle, we could have sometimes have teams finished by
Right.
now. Hey?
Yeah, yeah.
I'd love to get a shot of the front row of the puzzlers because I'm curious how some of our super speedy folks are managing with this here. Well, our camera
Yeah.
people have done such a great job. Isn't this exciting to have the live stream?
Oh, it is, yeah.
I went home and I watched some of it last night, and it was just, you know, it's so thrilling,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
to have that, and even like we have spectators here, and from the eye view, you can really kind of see what's going on.
Mhm.
Right.
But when we were doing the individual final yesterday, and we had all three competitors on the screen, and you could see the progress and compare them all three at once.
Yeah.
I think too, like at our last venue, there was no room to have camera people. Like you
No.
have to have
No.
wide enough aisles for
Sure.
them to get up and down, and
Yeah.
even for spectators, like everyone was just standing up against the side of the wall, plastered against the wall, trying to see. And
Yeah.
so this has been really great to be able to get a view.
Oh, absolutely. And those stands
Oh,
are...
here we go. Let's see
Oh.
the Canadian Wolfbirds. Okay, this is one of our very speedy top teams. You can see they've kind of done that top portion, the line work there. They have Allison's building up off that bottom corner. Amanda's placing pieces. Good to see her hands in motion. How are we doing here? Yeah, I don't envy the puzzlers today. They've got a
No.
challenge cut out for them.
a ways to go.
A puzzled family. There we go. I love the team shirts. and
Oh,
the
yeah,
team
the
names.
shirts are... Yeah,
People come up with such
yeah, they're
hilarious
very
names.
creative.
Our team name is the False Fits.
Oh.
And a false fit is when you have pieces that fit
Yep.
together that aren't supposed to.
Aren't supposed to.
And so we came up with that name because we kind of had random people come together to make a team. And so,
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, here's our, this is Les Four Coins, and we've got some of our very top speedy people here. And I'd say they're pretty neck and neck with the Wolfbirds.
So we got Katie, Sophie, Emily, and Devin.
Yeah. And so
very fast. I know very fast on the individual side and as a team.
yeah. And so you can see here now. See they look at their trays. Do you see they've shape sorted already?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So we've got a shape. So we've got 2s, we've got 3s. And I know last year we had Puzzle Passion in our final team event.
Yeah.
And the sigh in the room when that puzzle came out of the bag, oh my gosh. It was
Yeah.
so tricky because it was just so busy. There was so much detail.
Right.
In this one, it's tricky because it's so much similarity.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And so there were 2 teams that finished that puzzle last year in like 45 minutes, 48 minutes, back to back almost, like seconds apart. And so I emailed one of the puzzlers and said, how did you do that? And so he very kindly emailed me back. And so do you see how they've got these trays set up? So they've shape sorted. And one of the strategies that they'll use is you get a tray in front of you, put in as many pieces as you can, then switch. And then they switch it around the table. You get a new tray. Put in because on a puzzle
Okay,
like this,
yeah.
you're not really getting up to move to another spot.
Right.
Because it looks kind of the same as what you've got in front of you. So we're not really seeing people swapping places so much. Okay, so here we
So
got
it's
the
siblings-
brothers.
Siblings squared.
Oh, the brothers and the sisters.
Brothers and 2 brothers
Yeah.
and 2 sisters.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're making progress
Yeah,
definitely around the side.
and you can see here where there's shape sorting happening on the tray as well. So it looks like they've picked out those kind of very light white pieces. And that's another strategy you can do is kind of pick out all of one tone
Try to get the similar.
and shape sort that.
Right.
And then and when you shape sort, it speeds you up. You get a little boost. And because you can look by the the outline of the puzzle
Right.
to put your pieces in.
So we had a question on the live stream asking who's the artist. I know we had said the artist name
Yeah.
earlier is Bill Brownridge.
Yeah.
Is the artist for this puzzle.
Famous Canadian artist.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of, I think a lot of Bill's work is has a hockey theme or
Yeah.
similar.
It really is a lot of
similar to
hockey
this.
imagery. And
And
he illustrated
beautiful
the
artwork.
book, The Moccasin Goalie.
That's right.
That's a
Oh,
book
yeah.
that people might know from their childhood.
Right.
And so, and I looked up some of the examples of his artwork, and I was like, that's a lot of blue snow. He also has quite a famous Ravensburger puzzle that it's like a really gradient sky with black silhouette of trees and kids playing hockey kind of in the foreground.
Right.
It's that one has quite a bit of bright color in the sky, but a lot of black along the side.
There
And
was-
my husband is laughing at me with Leah from the volunteers. They're like, what do you know about puzzles?
There was one. There's a series of puzzles that I really like doing that you carry at Puzzles Canada. Is the Ravensburger the 3D puzzles.
Okay. Yeah.
Particularly cars. Just a bit of a car fanatic. So, do you find that I guess a different style of puzzle, different shape, like a 3D puzzle? Are they popular? Or is it strictly
kinda
more
niche, or is
yeah,
it-
Yeah,
or is
I-
it strictly more like your traditional type of puzzle?
It's definitely a niche area.
Yeah.
So we don't go through too many of them.
Yeah.
It's the flat puzzle that people are. It's almost like model making.
Yeah.
When you get
Right.
into three
Or like a Lego
dimensionals.
set kind of in that
Right.
way almost, right?
Right. Yeah.
Because you kind of make
Yeah.
it and then you
Yeah.
kind of keep it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. A bit
Yeah.
like more popular at the toy store.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
If it fits that
Yeah.
market a little bit better, a little bit younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's our boys. We went through a Lego phase.
Yeah.
Right. So
I'm still in my Lego phase.
If I had more shelf space,
Yeah.
I would still be in my Lego phase.
Yeah.
But it's like you want to be doing something with your hands,
Right.
right? So and it's thinking and
Yeah.
the manual dexterity that
Yeah.
that's the appeal of something like a Lego or puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And my daughter, she loves to do the flower series.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Lego.
they're so cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because it's like Lego figured out that adults want their Lego
Yeah.
too, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
She's 24, so.
Yeah.
Right.
It's,
Yeah.
Well, and puzzling is kind of the same way. Like it's
Yeah.
not, it would be teenagers or younger really doing the puzzles, but now with the adults, it seems it's really caught on and
Well,
it's
and
just gaining in
like
popularity.
doing puzzles is really good for your mental brain health. Like not
Right.
just even your mental health where it's relaxing,
Right.
and and then of course, there's all those type A's who take that relaxing meditative thing and got to put a speed puzzle
Right, we have to compete.
thing over top,
Yeah,
but let's do
yeah.
it faster and more stressful.
Right, yeah.
But I listened to a podcast it's called The Dissectologist, and she had a brain scientist on, and they were talking about the relationship between having novelty, having puzzling, and how it can actually strengthen your brain.
Mm-hmm.
And
for sure.
they said that they had these but they had these nuns near Notre Dame in the States that all at this nunnery, and they donated their brains to science. And so when they studied these nuns' brains, they found that, I guess through being prayerful and having meditation in their life, they actually built new brain matter over area, like their brains showed that they should have had dementia, but over top of this area of the brain that kind of had hardened or would have gone that path, they had new pathways growing over top.
Oh, wow.
And it was because of that meditation that
Yeah.
so, or even when they saw someone who was starting to go down that path, they'd engage them in different ways, and
Right.
your brain can kind of stay healthy
Sure.
through
Yeah.
doing puzzles. Yeah.
And puzzling, it can be very meditative.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
get lost in it, right?
Yeah.
So,
I don't know that anyone out here is meditating. I think there's
Not
probably
right
a few
now.
F sharps
Oh, no. Yeah.
in the crowd today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's probably a good thing we don't have live mics on some of the
Yeah.
tables.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and it's funny
but
because
they're up for a challenge. So
Well,
Sure.
and when I have at my house right now, on my dining room table, I have a 5,000 piece Ravensburger that I'm nearly finished. I'm down, I shape sorted the last 1,000 pieces. we're closing in
Well,
on
that's
that.
not too bad,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I have my in my living room where I'll watch a movie with my kids, I have my like 1,000-piece relaxing puzzle.
Yeah.
And then in the basement, I have my little speed puzzling setup. So it's people can enjoy puzzles on different levels.
Oh yeah.
too.
And we're actually seeing a big increase in the large count puzzles. So
Well, I was going to say when I was at your store, you've got puzzles that are over 40,000 pieces.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, wow.
And we keep pushing the manufacturers and say, you have to come out with different images.
Yeah. Like people will buy them.
Sure, yeah. Like there's any growth right now, and that's where the segment
Really?
is happening.
Wow.
And what do you think that's because of?
It could be because people, as you said before, they're getting really good at them, and they're doing like the smaller ones so fast that they need an extra challenge.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I know on the Puzzled and Chatty episodes, Adam always asks people at the end, what's your favorite piece count? And there's quite a few people who are like, or what's your dream puzzle? And often it's those larger puzzles that people would like to take a chance at.
It's just having the space to be able to do it.
that's the issue. Yeah.
And the time. But it's the kind of thing, there's nothing better than setting up a puzzle on the dining room table and just taking your time and you walk away from it for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Right? And then come back and just zone in. Right?
Oh, we have the 6 portals at the back there. That's,
Yes.
That's
Okay.
been really, really popular.
So I have shared custody of that puzzle. My pairs partner, Lisa, and I, she's like, I have a proposition. And she lives in Radium Hot Springs, BC. And so she's like, let's buy it. And I'll take it home with me. And then when you visit me in the summer, you take it home. So we went on it to halvesies. So I don't know if we're going to divide it at the end and each gets to keep a half. But I get a second, so I might have to hold on to it for a bit.
yeah. It's a beautiful image.
It's so
incredible.
stunning.
Absolutely,
Yeah. Well,
And it's a manageable size.
Yeah.
So I think
7,000
4
pieces.
feet by
Right.
6 feet.
Right.
So it's it's not
now
going
here's
to.
a question for you. Now there's been some debate about. So when you get one of these really large count puzzles, they come in separated bags, right?
Right.
Okay. So I know Victor from Poland. Hi, Victor. Shout out to you. He did the 7 portals and he mixed all his pieces together.
Right.
Because he wanted to really truly have that
Really have a
challenge.
challenge.
Yeah.
And I know Karen Puzzles does that too. So do you think that's like a requirement to mix it all together, or do you think it's still solving it if it's...
I think it's still solving it if
Yeah.
you keep it in individual bags. But there definitely are the purists that will mix those bags. And there's an argument that you're really not doing a 9,000 piece puzzle.
It's like it's 1,000 pieces
Right,
kind
right.
of thing. Yeah.
It's just like I know we have customers who've done the Ravensburger 40,000. It comes in 10 bags.
Yeah.
And they've opened every single bag, mixed them all up.
Oh my God!
Because
That
they-
I don't know if I can.
Yeah.
I might mix like 2 bags together.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but again, just to have the space.
Yeah.
Like if
Right.
you mix all of that together and
Yeah.
then try to sort,
Yeah.
even just to flip,
Yep.
like how much space would you need? Like,
Oh yeah.
Well, I have a few 5,000 piece puzzles, and one I picked up for $15 on Facebook Marketplace, and it has no poster with it, and so I'm trying to look at the box and figure out, and all the pieces were mixed together, and I remember my exact thought was like, oh, this won't take long. It's like 5 1,000 piece puzzles.
Yeah.
But when it's all mixed together, you're really like, just even sorting the edge out. I had to get my big
yeah.
Tupperware, like the big bowl your mom had in the kitchen, and
you would not do a pick and place, right? Where you pick the piece and then try to figure out, okay, I'm going to.
well, this is a very detailed puzzle, so there is a little bit of that, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Pick
And
it-
it's kind of funny because you're like, oh, I'll do the green section. Well,
Yeah.
on a smaller count, that might be like a quarter of the puzzle. On this
Right.
one, it's like that's 20 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
But it's a different way of puzzling. That's quite,
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's funny the different opinions people have about pictures that feature an animal with fur.
Yeah.
Oh.
You'll get right, and I'm sure you've
Fur,
heard.
foliage, flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The 3 Fs.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, there was a puzzle last year at Nationals that had a lot of fur.
Yes.
And
The Himalayan Harmony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that
Heard-
puzzle. That
Heard
was
a
in my
lot
Paris
about that
round.
puzzle.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
My,
You know what? I didn't
boys
mind
still
it so
talk about
much,
it.
but I think that's because my Paris partner was really good at the fur. I did the
Yeah.
flowers.
Yeah. Right.
It had fur and flowers, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was like, oh, there's another animal here. It was like, they were like snow leopards, and there was a fox, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful image.
Really beautiful. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think it was the same artist that did the turtle puzzle as well, right? I think it was
I'm
like
not
they were
sure.
both the same artist.
Yeah.
So one was kind of a tropical underwater coral and turtle scene.
Yeah.
And then the other one was like a snowy snow leopards,
Right.
kind of floral design through the back of snowflakes. Very
Yeah.
beautiful puzzles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very different
Very
colors.
different styles
Yeah.
for the same artist.
Right.
And someone just added on the live chat, not sure about mixing the
Oh, yeah.
the 6
Yeah.
balls, right?
You'd really have to be confident in your.
Yeah,
And
I don't
in
think there's a
your
lot of
investment of
people
time.
who would mix the bags. I
It
think
would
most people
definitely
would.
depend on the picture too.
Yeah.
How much of a challenge you want to set for
Well,
yourself.
and also too, like if you're doing the really, really big one, you have to like do the puzzles, stack them on a board, and then kind of find like a school gym or something to assemble them
Right.
Yeah.
after. Because you need some floor space
Yeah,
for that.
just
And
so
6
much space.
portals, like it's doable if you do mix them all because you have an orange, very orange
Yeah.
section on one side, very purple.
Bit of,
section
bit of a
on the other.
gradient.
Yeah.
too.
In a way, they kind of come pre-sorted,
Yeah.
you know, basically.
Yeah. But it's a great image for a puzzle that size.
Yeah, yeah. We were looking at the banners, and the CJPA gets to keep the banners after the event. And we were kind of like, so what are we going to do with them? And I said, oh, I know exactly what we should do with that 6 portals one. Let's get it made into custom outfits for people. I call green. That's my color.
There you go.
We'll make one for you too, Bruce.
Oh, thank
Give
you.
part of the 6 portals.
Maybe a hat.
Yeah, there we go.
there you go.
Tails, a hat and tails.
Yeah. Yeah, the banners, they're huge.
They're massive. This is a puzzle for our puzzlers just trying to figure out how to put that together.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in case anyone's wondering online, we have a banner in the back of the room of the 6 portals. I'm not sure if this was mentioned before. It's a huge. I don't know what the dimensions of the post of the panel is.
It's higher than
It's
the
huge.
boards on the side of the
looks
ring.
to be
Yeah.
10 feet by 15 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least.
So everyone has got dibs on different parts.
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah. I was like, ooh, I could put it on my house.
Yeah.
I could use it as a blanket. Yeah. We have all kinds of ideas. If you have any unique ideas, tell us in the YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this guy. He's like, just find it. Where does it go?
Yeah.
So we're coming in. What time are we at here?
We're
We're at an hour and 10
hour
minutes.
and
Like
10.
this shows you how hard this puzzle
Wow.
is. Because that puzzle passion last year was done in 45, like the 45-ish mark.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how long do you think it's going to take? If you have a prediction for the time, you can prop that in the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got.
My prediction of just over an hour, I think, is gone.
Yeah.
We were
Oh,
having
yeah.
a chat
We were
before
kinda
before
think-
we went live.
Oh,
guess.
they're getting there.
Okay. Who do we have here? This is our international team.
Yeah.
They're kind of coming down. They've got their. Have they shape sorted?
So
I
think
don't know
what
that they
they're
have
down
actually.
To the shape sorting.
Yeah, it's time to
Yeah,
shape
they've
sort.
got
You-
all
you should
the
have
all
done
the
that.
people done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we've got some cameras coming up to the front. Canadian wolfbirds have a camera on them, and Les Four Coins. So it looks like we're coming down to the end here. Oh, we've got here. This is the Canadian wolfbirds. We've got Allison, Riley, Amanda, and Teresa. They are Ontario puzzlers. And so Allison actually does the rankings for the CJPA. She's a whiz with a data spreadsheet. And she does all of the rankings. You can go on the website, and once you've competed in at least 5 CJPA events, you get a ranking.
They've definitely got some shape sorting going on.
Yeah, this is Les Four Coins, and they shape sort it quite early. And the rule with shape sorting is if you think it's time to shape sort, you should have already done it.
No. Okay.
And because you just need to, when you're getting to that stage where you're just trying things, it's not working. So you can see here that they're feeding in those pieces to the tray, bringing them right up close to the puzzle. This is heated puzzlery. We've
This
got
is Allison, Adam, Rachel, and Samantha.
Yeah. And so they have their little piles on the table. Are they shape sorting here? It looks like they've got some piles. Yeah, we still have a ways to go on this puzzle. This is like we're definitely not right at the end. That's
Could
for
go
sure.
to an hour and a half.
Yeah,
I
it
would
definitely
suspect
could
even
be.
even
Now
for
this
some of the
team here,
fastest teams.
I don't know, maybe 100 pieces left, maybe a little more.
It's so hard to judge sometimes, depending on the image
Yeah.
and the colors. It's
Yeah.
really hard to determine
Yeah.
on camera how many pieces the
Yeah.
teams actually have left. Best guess, probably around 100.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I think we're looking at an hour and a half.
Well, and
Right.
like we're used to seeing people with their hands flying. With this, you're going to have to really be determined. You're going to have to look, find your spot, put it in. There's not going to be a lot of fast fill this section in real quick.
Well, that was one of the things I noticed with the teams finals last year, with 4 sets of hands going for one spot.
Yeah.
You need almost to have a couple of team members back away
Yeah.
because
Right.
you have 8 hands going for a very small section of the puzzle, trying to get
Yeah.
it finished with those last couple of pieces.
Yeah.
Right.
So you need to have the
Well, there's-
foresight to
yeah.
say, okay, okay, I'm just going to back away.
And that's
let
actually
you guys.
that's a great comment, because when you're puzzling, so we talked about how you set things up at the beginning,
Yep.
where you have a frame builder, an assembler, a
right.
sorter. At the end, there are things you do at the end of the puzzle. One person's role is to check for missing pieces.
Right.
You have someone else who, like, when you get to the end, about the last 20 or so pieces, you often, if like you've organized this ahead, you one hand, so your other hand goes behind your back, so you are not blocking, and you don't like hover over to look for it, like, and it's hard because you have to like find it and then just reach in, like put it in, come out, right?
Right.
You can't like, oh, where does it go? Because then you're blocking other people.
Sure.
Right.
And so at a certain point, it almost is faster to kind of have 2 people pull their hands out. One's looking for missing pieces, and there's like a strategy and rules that you do to finish off a puzzle too.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the puzzle. I'm reading the shirt.
They
This is
look
the
puzzled.
puzzle. This is the puzzle killers. I
Yeah.
love the name.
Yeah, they're gonna kill this one after maybe.
Yes, and for anybody who's been listening on the live stream, I'm sure you've heard the puzzled pun several times. Because I'm beyond puzzled about this
Yeah.
puzzle as a non-puzzler.
Oh, here we've got, yeah. See that they've
Sometimes
placed some
puzzling.
pieces, but there's still quite a few
Yeah.
standing out. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
it's,
it couldn't be a more Canadian image. Like, I think the Canadiana
Oh, for
aspect
sure,
of
yeah.
it is great.
Yeah.
yeah, and then like, shout out to the artists, right?
Yeah.
Because these
Yeah.
what they brought with their artwork and the options that are available.
Yeah, so
you
many
know,
different
for
choices.
these competitions.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see, and the puzzlers really take to it. You
Yeah.
know, they
Well-
really enjoy these images.
And I think too, like when you're preparing as a team for an event, you kind of have your strategy, but you also have to be able to shift.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
for sure.
depending on the kind of puzzle you get,
Yeah.
so you can't just say, oh, I'm going to give you all the yellow, all the red. Well, that doesn't work for this puzzle. So then you have to be able to shift to figure out, how are we going to manage this? How are we going to approach this?
Right.
And then you can see right here with both of these teams, they've got pieces on boards. They're not all over the table. That way they can bring it closer to the puzzle. So it's, you know.
Move them around easy.
Yeah.
I noticed yesterday some people, as they're puzzling, they were actually keeping loose pieces of puzzle on the puzzle itself. And I
Yeah.
don't know if we can get any comments online about, you know, would you use a board? Would you keep it off to the side? Would you actually put unfinished pieces on the
On
puzzle?
the puzzle.
And given
'Cause-
some of the busier images, if you have the pieces on the puzzle, you know, how do you
know they're
how
there?
do you know they're
You
there?
don't lose
Exactly,
one, yeah.
right?
Victor did that at the World Series, and we were like, oh my God, he's done. And he's like, oh, he has another piece. Oh my God, he's done. Oh, he has another piece. We were on this board. Yeah.
Quickly rubbing their hand
Yeah.
over the
Yeah,
image
ah.
to see,
Yeah.
oh, there's a puzzle, there's a piece,
Yeah.
there's a piece.
Yeah. This is just amazing to watch. So many different approaches too. Hey?
Yeah.
Some are just like, okay, here we go, let's do what we can do. And then you can really see people who have strategies and techniques and
Got a comment online. I like the shape sort, but my husband always destroys them.
yeah. It's like, don't touch my piles.
Yeah. Do not touch this board.
Or put it back if you don't. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and also too, when you get down to those last 20 pieces, you
Yeah.
pick up a piece, you place the piece. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not picking it up, putting it down, picking it up, putting it down.
Right.
Just pick it up, find a spot. Pick it up, find a spot.
I'm 100% guilty of picking it up, trying it in like 10 places, and then putting it down somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
Not-
you figure
yeah.
where it goes, and you
Well,
don't know.
that's, you know, my sons quickly correct me on.
This is
Oh,
the
my
Canadian
wife,
wolf
she
birds.
goes-
You can see
she
they've
pu-
got all their pieces on, or most of their pieces anyway, on trays, so they can bring them up right close to the puzzle. they can swap those trays around the table and let people have a chance to fill in some areas in front of them.
What you were going to say?
And my wife, she puzzles out of the box.
Okay.
See,
Yeah. Which
That's
I can't
That's
do
how
it.
Kristen Thule did it and won the World Series.
Really?
One-handed.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
So she just came and she's like, I didn't know people used two hands. And she won the championship.
Wow.
And she just looked so chill. She was sitting with her hand on her shoulder, picking pieces out of the box, do.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
I do that if I'm on my 1,000 pieces in the living room. I'll pick out some pieces, put them in. Like that's just relaxing, casual
Yeah.
puzzling.
I keep putting my hand in the box and say, okay, we got to spread some of these
Yeah.
in. I have to see some of them.
I have exactly. I got to see what color I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of stir it up, get a new color come
yeah,
out.
Yeah.
As we have Andrea Tremblay's on this team here. They're sitting kind of right in front of us, table 11, I think. We tried a puzzle. So we've got Gail, Andrea, Sophie, and Zita. So Ontario and Quebec. Oh, BC, Quebec, and Ontario here.
Oh.
Wow.
We've got a cross
True,
Canada
yeah.
team.
A multi-province team.
Yeah.
Back to the puzzle killers.
Yeah, puzzle killers. Albertan puzzler here. We got Stephanie, Victoria, Shauna, and Tamara. Yes, they are an Alberta team. Victoria participated in our invitational puzzle, and I know that Tamara went to Worlds last year. I can't remember who her other partner was that came with her, but they were teamed with Cameron Macrath and Megan Sloka at Worlds.
So shout out to this team. When we went back to the hotel last night and the boys were going to turn in for the night, we walked into the lobby and this team was just about to start practicing a puzzle. Needless to say, the boys stayed in the lobby and I went to bed.
There you go.
So they had
I had a lovely evening waiting for a tow truck to come pick up our rental car
Oh, no.
because we
Oh,
lost the
no.
key.
Oh,
it is
lost
just
the
gone.
key.
We
Oh,
looked
no.
everywhere.
Oh,
It's,
no.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
wow.
if anyone's
no.
going to give us a ride to the airport tonight, that'd be great. Shout out, we need a ride.
It'll only cost a puzzle.
Yeah. Oh, I'll rub your feet. That's how desperate we are for a ride. That does not apply to YouTube commenters. Yeah, that was a bit of a... Oh, look here. Oh, okay. We may have our first finisher.
Oh, they're moving.
They're down to their last
getting
20
close.
pieces. Do you see? One hand on the puzzle, the other hand's out of the way. Sometimes you'll have someone like pointing out, even having someone pointing out spots.
Mm-hmm.
Table 8 seems to be getting down.
So we are at 1 hour and 20
Oh, here we go.
minutes.
And our first finisher,
Oh.
120. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's table 46.
Oh, missing piece.
Oh.
Missing piece. Where is it? In the bag. It's always in the bag. You can see that.
So that's table 46. That's the foreign puzzlers team.
Yeah. The
we-
foreign puzzlers.
the foreign
Oh, they
puzzlers.
are foreign puzzles.
Foreign puzzlers, yeah.
So we have Jin Lee, Emily, Sky, and
and
Chloe.
Chloe.
They're an international team, yeah. Let's go Wolfbirds. Let's go. They're up here on the screen right now, the Canadian Wolfbirds. How'd you like that, Americans? No. Yeah, I don't know if they would have had too much of William Brownridge's art.
So as
You can hear the energy in
as
the room
I-
pick up right now.
Yeah,
Hey?
as
Yeah,
usually
yeah.
happens, as soon as a team finishes, you
Puts
can,
a little fire under the.
All right.
you can hear
Yeah.
the
Little bit more
start,
chattering,
a little
yeah.
bit more chatter, and a few moans and groans, but
Yeah.
a lot of chatter saying, "Come on, team! Let's go!"
Skitter scatter, let's get at her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it does. It kind of, there's that little like, oh crap, here we got to go fast. Let's go.
Right,
Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah. They did
Kind
it.
of
We can
live
do it.
because it is.
Time to put it in gear.
Yeah. Oh, now we see strategy here. Do this, do that. Here we go. This, that.
And again, this shows how important communication is in
Yeah.
the team.
Oh, we just had a
absolutely.
switch.
Because you've
So
got to
Sam's
be able,
coming over quickly to do some shape sorting.
you've-
You can see.
No,
some.
that's okay. You've got to be able
Yeah.
to quickly pivot, right? So if you're on a section that you're
Here's
having a
the four
problem
coin.
with,
They've kind
make
of
sure
their.
you're talking. Make
Yeah.
sure that you're.
So do you
moving
see they're
around.
finishing their shape sorting? They got everything on their trays, bringing it right in tight. You can see their hands are speeding up too. Look, I needed two. I'm just saying what I think they might be saying. But yeah.
So our first finisher was around an hour and 20 minutes. So I suspect around an hour and 30, we will see. We've got some
I
teams
think
that
you're
look to be
going to see
relatively
that it's
close.
going to, when it gets down to that less open spaces and more holes start and with this you can't even necessarily because you've got kind of open spaces. You don't have something in the middle to build out and something on the edge to build in.
Right.
So that does kind of have a different approach. So you can see we've got, this is table 9. That's Olivia's team, Peace Bridge Puzzlers. They're from Alberta. Olivia, Rachel, Adele, and Candace. This is just interesting. I wish you kind of want to mic them and hear what they're saying so we could learn from their strategies. But you can see they're kind of got this new boost of energy. This is
sure
Vicky Richardson here, Tracy Nanamura. Vicky won the seniors division at the World Championships. This is the Jigsaw Juggernauts. Margaret and Stephanie Odell, Vicky Richardson and Tracy Nanamura. They went to compete at the Worlds. They're really figuring out how to do this. These the CJPA gave every team 4 little laminated sorting trays today, and people are putting them to good use.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here's the brothers.
We've got the siblings
Or should I
squared.
say the sons?
The sons.
Yeah.
Siblings squared.
They've got their
And
pieces on
they've
trays. They
definitely-
brought them over.
So they,
Yeah.
I can guarantee they've shape sorted.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it's like,
Well,
no,
yeah,
take
oh,
that.
yeah.
I don't want that one.
Yeah.
Keep that one.
Again, communication is key.
Yeah. Well, and on a puzzle like this, like it's not even like at Edmonton Regionals, there was a section with these really kind of a lot of purple flowers that were quite difficult. We had 3 people rotate through that section because you don't want to just sit there and get stuck on it either.
Right.
Here, there's not much rotating happening because it's difficult all over.
On
this-
siblings squared, we've got Kaylee, Julia, Liam, and Cameron.
Yeah.
Kaylee and Julia from Ontario, and Liam and Cameron from Nova Scotia.
Here we go. We can see Le
Bruce, you're-
Farquin. You see how they're picking up speed? I told you it would get fast all of a sudden. They've got almost half their
The
pieces in
energy's-
since we saw them
the
last, I
adrenaline's
think.
kicked in.
Yeah. And just testing things out, looking for, and it's really interesting. As I puzzle more, I feel like sometimes you just pick up a piece and know exactly where it goes. And I think it's like training your brain to see those like the subtle differences in the color or the shade or
Right.
like I often wonder if some of the really fast speed puzzlers, if they see like more colors, do you know what I mean? Like maybe their brain kind of has
Yeah.
a way to see
I tend
those
to look
things
at the
more.
shape a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shape and pattern, right?
Yeah.
What I think, which table is this? It's sometimes the timer on our screen blocks the number, but
That's a number 10.
yeah. Oh, it's 10. Oh, there we go. Thank you. You can put the timer back up. Thank you. Peace of Mind. So we got Brenda, Janine, Maida, and Arlene from Ontario. I don't know if they have peace of mind right now. They might give us a piece of their mind.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm really excited. It's so cool to see the way the cameras are set up. The way we've set up the room is that we have 3 aisles for the camera people and 3 aisles for the spotters.
Right.
So the spotters are in their own aisle going up and down recording times, and then the camera people have their own aisle, and they've got the cameras set up on these tripods, and they can just like run up and down the aisle and film and check in on people. It's really quite interesting. Oh, look at this. Okay, did you see they just passed the boards around?
Yeah.
So they're pass the board, put your pieces in, pass it around, put your
Yeah.
pieces in. So
Fresh eyes.
they're down to the end too here,
So
I
this
would
is,
say.
This is the Wolfbirds, and they've
Canadian
definitely
Wolfbirds,
they've got less than 50
Yeah.
pieces left by the looks of it.
Yeah. So so we're going side by side here. This is our teams at tables 1 and 2. We've got Le Farquin and we've got the Canadian Wolfbirds. So both of them are kind of employing that same strategy. They've got their pieces shape sorted. They're on the trays. They are passing them around. And people need puzzle trays. They can come buy them at Puzzles Canada.
Yep,
Do you sell puzzle stands?
we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're kind of hard to find sometimes, eh?
Yeah, yeah. We because we knew they were giving them away during one of the competitions.
Yeah.
here.
Yes,
We,
so
you
we
didn't-
didn't
yeah.
bring in as many as we thought, but as it turned out, we showed up.
We actually had
Who knew?
some custom made with our logo on from
Oh,
Manitoba.
yeah.
It kind of
there-
felt like
there's a
kinda
lot
cool
of
to have
you
that.
see a lot of them on Facebook.
Yeah.
They do them with the 3D printers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have like 6. I need some in every room of my house, so
So
I
actually,
like to play the field when it comes to the puzzle stands.
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
the puzzle stand
Oh, look at this
point
here.
brings to mind Puzzles Canada not only sells puzzles but also accessories. So
Yeah.
the mats for rolling up your puzzle if you need to
Yeah,
put it
yeah,
Puzzle
the mats,
boards.
the big
The
pads,
foldable
like
pads.
the portfolio pads.
And water bottles.
And what? Yeah, our new water bottles.
I was going to come and
Hats-
buy one. I
hats
thought, oh, I
and
won't bring one.
t-shirts.
I'll go buy one. I haven't even had a chance to shop yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Please stay open for me, I beg you.
for sure.
I'll be like calling you, Bruce, I'm here. Let me in. I don't have a car.
Yeah.
Give me a ride too. No.
I'm backing the truck up to
Yeah.
the door now.
Yeah.
Stealing the U-Haul.
Yeah. Okay, so we can really see the speed is picking up as they come into the close here. We've got the areas that are open kind of fill in, you'll see the speed pick up too because it's suddenly a little more clues about where pieces are going to go.
Oh, they're moving fast.
Would you have thought like 3 years ago that you would be here being interviewed on a live stream
No.
commenting on speed puzzling?
No. No.
And I don't think
we
you
had no idea.
You're not one who likes to like hog the spotlight, right?
No, I tend to stay in the background a lot.
But it's been so nice to have you here with us. So
Well,
I feel we should
Oh,
stay
we
till we see
really
some
appreciate you
finishers
having
here.
me.
Yeah, I know. They're right up to the end here. We've got, would you say they're, I don't know, we tried to see how many,
I
yeah,
don't
like
think-
look how many pieces they have left.
because of the camera angle.
Yeah.
I know as a
Teresa's
as
beautiful
a
hair
volunteer,
is hiding one of our little
as
trays.
a volunteer doing the spotting, if you're standing next to the table, you have a much obviously
Yeah, bird's eye view.
bird's eye view of how many pieces they actually have left. But
So they each have 3 trays kind of up to the center.
right, it looks like
And
from
it looks
this
like
angle,
Teresa's
very
end tray. I
similar.
think
Yeah.
they're really down to the end. They might, look at this. Look at
So I
this. They
think-
just
I
got
think
one
the
little
Canadian
section left.
Wolfbirds might be able
They
to.
might be pulling ahead.
But again, it comes down to if you're, when you shape sort, if you're just, lucky enough to have the right piece in your hand at the
Yeah.
right time for the right place.
Well, and that's where also that skill as a puzzler to know like this piece goes there. And it seems like it's like just happens, but you can train that too. And you can,
Right.
some people naturally have that talent. And so that would be a good talent to have right about now. You've got that perception.
Right.
Oh my goodness. This is going to be a photo finish.
Just answering a question on YouTube. Yes, we did have one team finish so far around 1 minute. 1 hour and 20 minutes.
And that was
That was the international team,
the foreign puzzlers.
the foreign puzzlers.
Jinli Fao, Emily Chandran, Sky Vanderleest, and Chloe Glicksberg.
And all the results are posted online on the CJPA
They're
site.
updated live. Okay, time for the Wolfbirds to put in. They got 6 pieces left.
Oh, wow.
Now watch this. You're going to see people. So now see Teresa
Now
pulls.
you'll see hands.
Yeah.
You'll see hands.
Oh
pulled
God,
back.
here we go. We got 2 pieces. Come on, people,
And
get
come on,
those in.
two.
Come on, put it in. Yay.
Yay.
Well done.
Fantastic.
1
1 hour,
1 hour
30.
30.
1 hour 30 and
Oh,
39
man.
seconds, I think it was.
Oh, and look, here we go, Les Fourcoings. Here they go, putting in those last few pieces.
Looks like they have about 10 left.
This is a real challenge for our puzzlers. Wow. This is a long time for teams to do a 1,000. When you think like some of them can do it in 45 minutes.
Right.
At the Worlds,
So
they were doing
close.
puzzles in 30 minutes, 1,000 pieces.
4 left on the board.
Yeah, let's go. Come on,
Oh,
people. We got
they're
all our
moving,
pieces.
hands
We
are
got no
moving
missing
fast.
pieces.
And
And done.
done.
Well done. Just maybe a minute behind.
About, that was
Yeah.
1 hour 31.
Yeah.
Just over 1 hour
And the
31.
time that we have, you can see in the background, we've got the score clock up in the top left-hand corner there, so it is pretty close. It's not
Yeah.
exact. This is the screen. The time that's on the screen is not the official time,
Right.
but it's very close. And the live stream or the results are updated to the website. Okay, so we're gonna have a team come in for an interview. So, Bruce,
We're gonna say thanks
we
to
want to say
Bruce.
thank you to you,
Yeah.
and it was
Thanks
so
for having
nice.
me.
I've emailed with Bruce all the time, but to put a face to the name and to meet you in person, it's just been lovely.
Oh, it's
and thank you
fantastic
for all of your
meeting you.
support of Canadian
Absolutely.
puzzlers across and for Manitoba Speed Puzzlers. We've really been able to do events because of the support from you. So
Yeah.
thank you
Oh,
so
we're,
much.
we're glad we could be there.
Excellent.
Really appreciate you guys.
Okay, go
Thank
sell some
Thank you.
puzzles
Yep.
and stay open for me. Okay, thanks.
you. Thank you. Thanks, Bruce.
Okay. So we're going to have our first place finishers come in, the foreign puzzlers. Yes, please come on. Come on down. We have one microphone, and we're going to need you to hold it right up to your mouth like you're singing on The Voice, and we'll get you to pass the microphone around, okay?
Oh, the questions we have.
Yeah.
Oh, the answers we have.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
it's a family live stream, so
Yeah. Now, we'll just start off, ask you to introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Emily.
I'm Zin. I'm Chloe.
I'm Sky.
And you are from parts...
We're from the U.S.
You're from the U.S., yeah.
Different areas. I'm from New Hampshire.
I'm from New York, California.
California.
So we've got coast to coast here.
Coast to coast
Yeah.
represented.
So what made you decide to come up to Canada for the Nationals competition?
Oh, well, it was near for me.
Yeah.
It was like
So
it was
there
a
you go.
4-hour drive for me, so
Okay.
it made sense.
Yeah.
But I wanted to visit Canada.
Okay. Are you turning it into a bit of a vacation? Are you staying for a bit too? Okay, great. Yeah. So, okay, we're in a hockey rink. New Hampshire probably knows about hockey, you know. We're in a hockey rink doing a puzzle by a classic Canadian artist, William Roy Brownridge, I looked up his art before coming, and I'm a teacher, and he illustrated the book, The Moccasin Goalie, which is a beautiful book with these blue, snowy pictures. And what was your thought when you pulled that puzzle out of the box today?
I definitely questioned how we would sort this or what the strategy was.
Okay, exactly. So I think people kind of have an understanding of strategy when it comes to a puzzle that's more easily sortable. But when you have a puzzle such as this with so much, like very few pops of color, a couple of frames or edges, a few dark and light, when we saw it on the table, it just all looked kind of the same. So what is your strategy approaching a puzzle like this that would be different from something that's much more sortable?
I mean, I think we did sort primarily. I think the issue was like, okay, you get a pile of like all the light pieces,
Yeah.
and then it's like, well, how do you actually assemble this?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, we could see in your piles, I'm like, well, we have a pile of blue, light blue, medium blue, and
A darker
and
blue.
slightly darker blue. Yeah. And then it's kind of throughout as well, right? So did you find that it kind of had a gradient that helped you with filling it in, or
A little
did
bit.
you?
Yeah, you can use like so if you figure out where the people are and then look at the background, you can kind of tell roughly where they go, and also the size of the people. So the people who are
Okay,
like,
the
Oh, right, the
perspective, that's
perspective.
yeah,
right.
yeah. So the people at the back are smaller,
Yeah.
and then the people closer are bigger.
So what was the hardest part of it though? Like, what was it? Was it the ice?
80%, Doug.
No,
80.
Hey,
No, I actually-
No,
amateur
just kidding.
amateur puzzler,
Yeah.
right? What? So
Yeah, I think we thought that we were just saying as we were walking over, we thought the hardest part was actually closer to the beginning when you start
Okay.
and you don't really have much structure going on.
Yeah.
The people looked like they would be sort of easy, but actually they're quite hard. A lot of the legs and sticks and like the shoes looked really
go.
similar. Yeah.
Okay,
and
yeah,
so-
I have done many hockey-themed puzzles in my time, never for speed.
Yeah.
But you think, yeah, it's exactly, I feel very vindicated. Like, I feel like I'm supposed to be here.
you're having a
'Cause-
good day.
Yeah, because it's like, I know it thinks like, oh, this is skates and sticks. And they all kind of look the same, and you'll have one tiny little sliver of a stick. Yeah, so they can be difficult. So kind of, it's interesting that the starting was hard, just
Yeah.
getting that. And then kind of we saw people came in, and then when you start, we saw, and it's particularly after you guys said you were done, all of a sudden we saw a kind of the energy picked up and people were like, let's go.
Re-energizing in the room.
Yeah.
So who did the edge?
We actually did it together, Zin and I.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even the edge was challenging. So
Okay.
it was nice to have a
That
friend.
might have been like the easiest part, but
That's what I kept telling myself.
Yeah.
This is the best part,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
still having a hard time.
Yeah.
But I just need to really try to enjoy it because this is going to be probably one of the easier
So will
parts.
you be taking your puzzle home with you or leaving it behind? You never want to do it again? No.
No, we'll be taking it home. Yeah.
And make your friends do it so they can feel the pain.
It's fun in a leisurely setting. I think
Absolutely,
more
yeah.
so because you get to really enjoy the beauty of the art. So the
Yeah.
art is beautiful. It's just hard to speed.
So you're saying you're from both sides, I guess, of the U.S. do you get to puzzle together often? Do you puzzle virtually? Is this your first time together? Like
This
how-
was our first time puzzling together.
Stop.
even do a practice.
Like
We did
stop,
not.
just stop.
But I will say that we all do a lot of teams puzzling in general, so
Right.
we had experience of sort of general strategies and a shared understanding of what would be
You
like
kind of
useful.
knew what your strengths would be
Yeah.
going
Yeah,
in.
and in fact, one of Sky and I are typically on a team together, and one of our
Okay.
teammates is about to finish.
Oh, let's
on
see
her
here.
team. Yeah,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
on an all-Canadian team, since she's from
Here we go.
Toronto.
Was that Caitlin?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Caitlin. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were saying earlier.
And they're coming in and table
There you
eights.
go.
Well done, well done. Well done.
1 hour
Okay, so
37.
we just have, this is interesting, BARP times TPC. So we've got Irina Shevchenko, we have Hannah McPhee, Charlotte Martin, and Caitlin McCluskey. So she's a Canadian living abroad, and we know Irina lives in the States as well, and she competed at the Nationals.
Yeah.
And so they have come in, I guess technically third place, because
technically
Third
third,
place.
yeah, technically third, yeah. So yeah,
We were talking earlier about when it comes to the end of the puzzle. Say there's 20 pieces left. From your experience, do you have a strategy around knowing or trying to figure out? Okay, somebody needs to look for a missing piece, or somebody needs to kind of pull their hands back, because with 8 hands going on such a small section of puzzle, you
slows
have
you down.
you have a tendency to kind of
Yeah.
almost get in each other's way. Did you have a strategy around that?
maybe.
Oh,
Yeah, like one of the things we did is we tried to call out like sections that we could clear that were kind of not near the other ones,
Yeah.
so that
Right.
we could not have to be looking in as many places or be in each other's way as much. I think that was really helpful. Yeah.
And there were a few times where one of us would point out a specific piece that was missing, that was like in isolation. Be like, oh, someone
Yeah.
look for this piece.
Yeah. Fill in this hole.
Yeah.
Because it just, it chews at you, right? It's like
Yeah.
you've got to find that piece, fill it in.
so communication is really
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, a
Doug.
lot of
Right?
talking.
Doug, you're right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
This is Doug's first time doing live streaming.
Yeah.
His sons are puzzling here
Yeah.
today. Yeah,
Yeah.
he came from Nova Scotia.
we're up from Nova Scotia. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
they're here to puzzle too.
I feel like because there's so much talking after teams, I always need to like drink water because
Yeah.
my throat is kind of dry.
Tell me, do you hear that little tickle in my throat? I've been talking all day.
But it's funny because during individual, as soon as the puzzles are opened, it's silence in the room.
Yeah, you can just hear the
And-
flipping.
And during teams, as soon as the puzzle opens, once the initial shock wears
Yeah.
down, you can hear the constant chatter,
Yeah.
right? Because everybody's communicating with each other.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really an interesting.
Yeah.
Like, do you? Okay, so here's a question for you. Do you prefer doing individual, pairs, or teams? And nothing against your
Yeah,
team. If
right, right,
No,
exactly.
it's an interesting question because no.
Careful how you
it's not
answer.
per-
Careful
no, but,
how you answer.
But it's interesting because I asked this question we had an invitational where we had the top 10 fast speed puzzlers came and did that, and some people preferred individuals because they felt like all the pressure was on them and they didn't have to worry about, or other people do better when they have a pair to help keep pace. So it's a very honest question. I'm curious what you prefer.
I personally love teams. I like the strategizing during the puzzle out loud with other people.
Okay.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, I also like pairs and teams usually. Yeah, individuals is very stressful.
Yeah, you're just on your own.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's
can
more
someone
fun with
help
someone
me?
else. I mean, if there's someone else, they can help you with like sections
Yeah.
maybe you're not good at, or
Or even switching back
Yeah.
and forth and having a second instead of, for sure.
Yeah, my favorite is pairs, but teams is a close second.
Yeah.
But yeah, for all the same reasons. I really like the fact that, like looking at this image, if I was alone, I would have gotten in my head and been really freaked out. But
Yeah.
having other people there to make sure that you keep like a really light spirit,
Yeah.
we're
Right.
laughing about it. Oh my gosh, like this is
Yeah.
going to be a journey. Wow, we're going to go on it together.
Yeah.
Like, let's make sure that it's fun. Like that is the point of speed puzzling to me, is to have a good time. And I think it's a lot easier to make sure I stay in that mental space when I have others to keep me
Yeah.
there as well.
Yeah. And you kind of know you're in it together. Like
Totally.
you're not kind of,
Yeah.
Yeah, same for me. Honestly, I don't think I have anything new to add. You guys covered it.
Well, and that's excellent because you've got the hive mind going on then.
So,
Well-
just before we let you go, is there anybody, seeing as you've traveled so far, is there anybody at home you want to give a shout out to?
Well, Okay, quick shout out to Jennifer for watching. Quick shout out to my grandma, my father, to Caitlin's mom, Barb, if she's watching. We've got local and distance watchers, so yeah.
Awesome.
We had people watching from Finland, Belgium,
like
you
really,
name
really
it, Texas,
everywhere,
Florida.
everywhere,
We're international. So
Okay,
yeah.
amazing. Yeah, we also have Toronto.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Caitlin's mom has been
Yeah.
watching the live streams.
Excellent.
Yeah.
She's just in the city. But yeah, it's been fun to have the live stream. So thank you guys for putting it on. That's been
Yeah,
great
this
as well.
Oh, you're
this
welcome,
this
Liz.
is our first time. It's taken us a year to kind of get everything in place, and so we prepared for everything. We had a little issue with the internet the first round. Now everything's working, and that first round will be posted
Like a
later for
well-oiled
any of our
machine,
viewers.
yeah.
So yeah, this has been. I was so excited about the live stream. I'm puzzling, but I'm also. This is like I feel like I'm on the Olympics or something here. Like watch out, Ron McLean, I'm coming for you. He's a very Canadian sportscaster.
Yeah.
Definitely exciting for all of our family and friends who are able to watch and get a sense of why we're so
Right.
excited about
Yeah.
these events. It's hard to describe in words how awesome it is,
Yeah.
but I think live streams are a really good way to show
Now
that.
they
Like,
see it.
yeah.
Well, you pick up
for
on the
sure.
energy in the room. And
Totally.
even, so this is our first year in this venue. And last year we were in more of a community center, so we didn't have room for spectators. So it's really,
It's great to have
Yeah.
the space to be able
Yeah.
to stretch out. Yeah.
No, this venue is amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to mention actually how much we like seeing this because you can see the puzzles when you're
Absolutely.
here. Like
Yeah.
when it's just all flat, like there's as a spectator you can see
Yeah.
maybe one or two puzzles at a time.
Right.
So
Like,
Val Coit, I know you were trying to figure out your bleacher issue. You need to find a hockey rink.
We recommend a hockey rink.
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the light is really good,
Yeah.
actually, with all the windows.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really nice.
A hockey, who would have thought a hockey arena with windows?
Yeah.
Like, it's fantastic.
Yeah, and I think the plexiglass is great too, because then you
Yeah.
can talk with people while you're spectating.
Yeah.
But the
Right.
puzzlers can't actually hear it that much.
Yeah.
It's way less disruptive
Yeah.
Right.
than when you're right there and there's no divider.
No barrier.
So there's
Yeah.
there's been a lot of really interesting things that I think that this nationals is doing that it'd be really cool to see
A lot of
spread
good-
to other locations.
A lot of good
Okay.
takeaways. A lot of good
Yeah.
takeaways, yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Well,
We
thank
put
you.
so much effort and heart into what we
Yeah.
do, so that's like,
Yeah.
thank you. Really appreciate it. Oh,
It's a really great event.
Okay, wonderful.
I'm getting the feels.
Yeah, I'm feeling the feels too. Well, thank you so much. Are you going to be competing in the pairs round final coming up? Okay, good luck. We'll try not to have a snow image for you there. I don't know. I can't promise anything, but
And good
thank
luck-
you so much
good
for
luck in the teams.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to get our first place Canadian team to come in. Oh, Olivia's team, the Peace Bridge Puzzlers, they're kind of coming down to those last few pieces. Come on in, everyone. We're going to have you get settled, and just remember to hold that mic right up to your mouth, and we'll get you to introduce yourselves. So we have the Canadian Wolfbirds.
Hi everyone, I'm Allison. I'm Teresa.
I'm Riley. And I'm Amanda.
And Amanda, I was watching to make sure your hands were moving at all times. I only caught you pondering once, but other than that, you were doing pretty good.
That was so embarrassing to watch back yesterday. I don't need a reminder.
The camera went on Amanda just as she was like very deep in thought about where a very specific piece of puzzle went. And you looked across the table and saw Riley just putting in 20 pieces like a machine. And there's Amanda. Let me see. If I rotate, no, we're just teasing
If I
Amanda.
hold this piece till the end, I get to put it in the last one.
So we were really excited watching this come down to the finish, because for quite a while it was very neck and neck between you and Le Fourcoing. And all of us, I said, watch what's going to happen. And all of a sudden, you guys kind of kicked up your speed, and the pieces just started going in. So tell us about what you were doing. We were kind of talked about some strategies you might use, like putting pieces on the tray, passing them around. Tell us about the strategies you used to finish quickly.
I'm like hesitant because we still have the finals to go. So I'm like,
Yeah.
how much of like what we
Okay,
just did do
so
I want to give
in a
away?
very vague, in a very vague way.
Interesting.
You could throw out some false information
Keep it
here.
very high
Do
level,
not
very
shape
high level.
sort.
Yeah.
Do just take one piece and ponder. No.
Yeah. Just take one piece, look at it for about 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and then move on to the next.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I think we've done a lot of practicing, so we are very good at communicating when we need something different, and I think
Yeah.
that really helps us in these moments. And we keep moving very quickly, and we definitely use our trays a lot and do a lot of rotating.
Did you find it was hard to keep your speed up on this puzzle because there was so much area of similarity?
A little bit. I think we were like switching seats like we've never switched seats before
Okay.
to kind of get a different angle
Yeah.
and keep things moving. So I feel like we motivated each other and kept the speed up as where we could.
So when you saw this puzzle come out of the bag, we heard a collective sigh of mutual grief.
boy.
I don't know,
Oh, boy.
echo across the room. But you shook it off, and then what was your approach to solving this puzzle?
Yeah. What was first?
So Amanda's our border girl, so she worked on the border, and then Teresa and I gave Riley literally anything that we could see. So the net, the fence, the purple, the glass, all of the things. And then Teresa started on all the people, and we shape sorted basically from the get-go on a bunch of it. So there was not too much to pull out, and there was a lot that just kind of blended together and was there at the end.
We were kind of laughing with the team that we had before. We were looking at their piles on the table, and they had white, they had light blue, they had blue, they had medium blue, and slightly darker blue, and they all basically looked the same.
Yeah, for sure.
So is shapes like, so you get down to the end. I saw you passing your trays around the table to try and kind of move things around. Did you kind of hit that point where you're like, and you had to kind of support each other, encourage each other? How did that go?
I think we generally do a lot of supporting and encouraging each other, but also on this one, just complaining about the puzzle.
Yeah.
And being like, we could do it, and just, I don't know, sort of griping on each other a little bit for like giving us different sections and things.
Yeah.
But I think also then near the end when you said it turned around, I think then we start to go faster, and then each of us going faster is motivating the others to go faster too, and I think that makes a difference.
And we could kind of see when you had those, it was just like a few sections that were kind of open. All of a sudden, like you're able, because in this puzzle, it wasn't like you had big areas of completion you could build off, right? It almost kind of was like an outside in, and then going off the little people. And even people might think, we'll just put together the people. But the feet and the sticks, right? They're hard to, I've done many hockey puzzle, Canadian snowy scene, and it's not that easy, even with what seems like it should be easy. Yeah. How did you think about those people, Teresa?
Well, they were all kind of little islands on their own, unfortunately. So it took a really long time before they really started connecting together. And like you said, once that happened, our speed really ramped up.
Yeah.
But it was a bit of a slog and a lot of just trying to guess the position within the puzzle because there was no room outside of that to really leave them.
Yeah.
And I mean, it looks a lot busier and a little messier than what we normally would like it to look like, but we adapted to it really great. So I'm really proud of our team.
I think that's a good point, because we did say this is the Canadian Nationals. You're not going to have easy. You're going to have to be able to adapt. So this puzzle really has its challenges for how you approach it as a team, because it's not like I can give someone all the red pieces, all the blue pieces. So that is, and that may be, did you practice doing puzzles in this style, or did you have to kind of pivot to a puzzle where, you've got a lot of similarity?
Well, we did practice together a number of times, and we did try to bring in a variety. We didn't make as many choices that were leaning towards this style due to preference, but we did them regardless here and there. But
Well, and I think it says why you finished first place in this round is because you do have that flexibility and you can pivot. And even when you're faced with a really challenging image, you're able to adapt and find a strategy that works for you.
Did you find that the perspective of the artwork with the people at the bottom of the picture being slightly larger than the people at the top, did that help at all with the people? Because there was a comment from the previous team saying that the perspective did help. Once you got your head around the perspective, that did help?
Of course it does, but then there were some pieces that were just like edges of things that you thought you knew where it went in perspective, but it was deceiving in some ways.
Yeah.
So still tricky.
So do you think that doing a hockey-themed puzzle in a hockey rink may be the most Canadian that you could ever do?
We're moving out of the hockey rink next year,
Yeah.
okay, guys?
All right, so you're saying we're going to be on a tropical island with lots of leaves and foliage.
Anywhere
and-
that's colorful,
Yeah.
warm, beautiful, we will be there. We're already planning our relocation.
Yeah.
So you're thinking something that's like a gradient color.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
exactly.
Nice rainbow in the background.
Yeah, rainbow, sunset,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just going to throw in one thing that while we were puzzling, every once in a while I would just throw in we love this puzzle. This is
Yeah.
the best puzzle. I think they all knew I was lying, but,
Yeah.
trying to pump us up.
Well, and really, like, you're here till it's done, so you might as well enjoy it, right?
Well,
like,
and it's the qualifier,
Yeah.
and we were feeling really confident, so
Yeah.
we had that on our shoulders as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now the finals. Let's
Yeah.
hope it's not a duplicate of this guy.
Yeah,
Sorry, Bill.
I'm trying. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Well, we were kind of like, we've been kind of trying to figure out, like, I know, I don't feel so bad saying, oh my God, what a puzzle. Because, yeah, and William Brownridge is a, famous Canadian author. But when I was looking at his, like, what we might get at the, it's kind of like, whoa. So I'm pretty happy this one showed up in the E qualifier and not an F, which where I will be puzzling.
My friend's an F, and she texted and
Yeah.
said, like, oh my gosh, you
Yeah.
guys got that puzzle. And I just said, I hope yours is just as brutal.
Yeah.
So here's
Yeah.
hoping F is
Yeah,
just as
we
hard.
love each other. We like to suffer together, right? Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Do you have any shout outs you want to
Yeah.
give to anyone, or?
Anybody at home?
All right, fine. I'm going to shout out my kids, but I know they're not watching. But I'll make them watch this.
Yeah.
when they get home.
Yeah.
Oh, they should be up by now.
I also watching. My parents might tune in later, maybe
Yeah.
my brother and his partner. So.
You can shout out. I went back last night, was rewatching myself. I'm like, oh, hey, no.
I'd like to shout out my partner Erin, who's been in the stands for a lot of this
Yeah.
so far. Hi. And my grandmother Bev, who said she was going to be watching a lot of this. And of course, my really good friend back in Alberta that paired with me quite a bit, Jennifer Blazer.
There we go.
Hi.
Awesome.
And I just want to shout out my parents and my brother and sister-in-law who came out yesterday and competed in pairs, and also my grandma and my grandpa who came yesterday to watch here live in person, and that was a very fun surprise. And I know they're watching today, so hi again.
Yeah, Allison has kind of conscripted her family into the puzzling. She's bringing them puzzles to do. She's got them on a strict training regime. They have to do so many pieces before they get to go to bed at night. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's awesome. Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thanks very much.
I really appreciate it.
Good luck in the finals.
Thank you. So, Allison. All right, so we're just we're going to see if we can have our next group come
We're gonna have
up.
our next team come up. And we've got some teams out there that are getting closer to the finish, and
Yeah.
some teams that are.
We'll have our
wondering-
next team join us here.
And who do we have?
We have we have TPC times BARP, Hannah McPhee, Irina Shevchenko, Caitlin McCluskey, and Charlotte Martin. We're going to have them come on right in. Hi. Everybody's
Hello.
got...
We'll get everybody.
Yeah, come on
situated.
in. And when we're going to share the microphone, so when you're talking the mic, just make sure you hold it up to your mouth so we can hear you. And would you like to introduce yourselves?
Sure. So I'm Irina.
Have we seen you,
You
puzzle
have, yeah.
before? Like,
I'll
I'm
just-
wondering.
How did we know? I'm
Yeah.
sure I've seen Irina.
Yeah.
before.
I'm Hannah. I'm Charlotte.
And I'm Caitlin.
And I had see you on Facebook or Instagram. I think I seen you.
Yeah, my Instagram is Monday Night Puzzle Club, and
Yeah, I'm sure.
I've been
It's
really enjoying making reels the last few weeks.
Yeah,
specifically.
yeah, it's been really
Awesome.
enjoyable for me too. So happy to meet you in
So
person.
gotta jump in, ask the first question. When you opened the package, saw the image, what did you think?
Yeah, you gotta be kidding.
And remember, it's a family live stream.
I said, oh, great.
Wonderful.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, we haven't puzzled a lot at all together. We practiced at the social on Friday, and we only practiced 2 types of puzzles, and this was not one of them.
Yeah, strangely enough,
That's
this is
very
not.
honest, that's very honest.
Everyone's like, yeah, we really didn't choose these kind of puzzles for our practice. Yeah. Well, and I think
It was good. It was really pretty, so that makes it nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very kind of you to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's my favorite type of artwork with that. Yeah.
Well, and it is there. It kind of talks about how there's some puzzles that are like leisurely, enjoyable puzzles where you really get to see the details and appreciate that. And so then when you're trying to do it for speed, you're like, So when you brought this out of the bag, generally for teams, you would kind of have projects made, sorting little piles and passing them over. That was not the case with this puzzle. So how did you pivot to change your strategy to adjust to this?
She's the PM.
Yeah, we're turning to our project manager.
Okay. Ooh, they've got titles.
Got a PM. I love it.
Yeah.
We started by sorting out the top section,
Yeah.
like all the houses, because they didn't have like the ice rink dots, so you could see those. And then Charlotte worked right away on the hockey net at the bottom as like a fun little treat just to do to get started. You
The
know,
only kind of
true,
the
that's
puzzle
true,
snack.
yeah, little
I never
snack.
even noticed that.
Yeah, and the pink house up on top of the house.
Pink house. And then you could pull out the glass boards at the back right below the house. Those were
Right.
also like a little section. The walls of the rink.
Yeah.
The house to the left side.
Yeah.
We pulled out all of like the light snow and then the dark snow or ice rink.
Yeah.
And then we left all of the people in the middle to Irina to do.
Yeah, there we go.
Pick and place,
You know what?
put 'em in.
It's interesting because that seems to be the technique that most people did. Because, yeah, you can't just say, like, you need to have all the pieces there to be able to put them together.
Yeah.
Because it's so, it seems like they'd be easy, but they're really not that easy to put together.
Well, we didn't really put them together. We just put each piece. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Oh, we called them our little nice pieces. Anything that had like a little something on it. Yeah.
Oh, look, yellow. Woohoo.
It wasn't like we very much kept our board clear, and like I was like, okay, wherever I'm putting a piece, that's where it goes. So nobody like moved those
Don't
around.
touch my pieces.
Yeah. And so like they weren't like getting put together. Like they were getting put together very slowly, but like it was
But
just
then it
basically
probably
like,
came
where does
together.
this go?
Yeah.
Right there. Where does this go? Right there. And they kind of came out over time.
Something we were asking the previous teams, what the perspective on the puzzle. So when you look at the puzzle, you've got the players down in the bottom are a little bit larger than the players up at the top. You know, did that help? Was that a hindrance? Like, could you at all figure out, okay, the yellow one down at the bottom is not the yellow one at the top?
Yeah, that definitely helps for the people, especially like their legs. If they're like a piece with just like two legs, I'm like, oh yeah, up there. We don't have to worry about it.
Right.
Except for the shoes.
Yeah.
We thought that might help with the shoes, like some are bigger, some are smaller, and that did
It
not.
really doesn't. I was going to say.
By shoes, Irina means skates.
Yeah.
But
I think
she
we
did
have a
call them shoes the
Californian
whole
here
time.
on the podcast, a Canadian who lives in California. Yeah. And I want to just let Doug know these are Doug's sons, Liam and Cam.
The sibling squared.
And they're coming up to the close here, and they're with two brothers with two sisters.
Yeah, so hopefully they break they come in under 2 hours.
Come on, you got 30 seconds
I saw
left.
them yesterday, and they were doing so
Yeah.
good.
Oh, they
go,
got
sibling
about
squared.
20 seconds left on the time clock. Let's go, boys and girls. Let's go.
Oh,
Oh,
so
here we go.
close.
Come on.
I think it's 2 hours 15, right?
It's one. Yeah, one. Yeah.
There you
Hey, they made it. They made it under 2 hours. And
So-
that says a lot too. Like, how many times have you been at a competition where it was over an hour and a
15
half for a team
minutes,
to do a
15
1,000
minutes
puzzle?
remaining.
Crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah,
eh?
I'm proud of us
So-
though. It was good.
So you might have just heard our MC just announced, Russ just announced that there's 30 minutes remaining.
30 or 15?
15, I
Yeah.
apologize, 15.
And the
which
Zoom, yeah.
you could hear the energy in the room change.
Yeah.
But just watching the sibling squared finish,
Yeah.
this question for our team here, when you're down towards the end of the puzzle, say there's like 20 pieces left, 30 pieces left, and you've got 8 hands going into the puzzle, is that the point where you say, okay, somebody's gonna back off, somebody's gonna look for a missing piece, because 8 hands is a lot. Like, what's your strategy around that? Or did you have one?
We just kind of rolled with it. I don't know. Do you guys?
We didn't talk about strategy because again, we only did 2 puzzles together.
I thought you were the project manager.
Well, yeah, this is when I should have been saying something and I didn't. I think it's when you're down to those last few pieces, you can't try pieces anymore. You have to know that the piece you're going to put in actually goes there, so you can be
Right.
as quick as possible. Like put it in and get your hand out of the area. You're not like testing if the piece goes there.
I was also finding I would notice, like, because we had shape sorted, and so I'd notice like a corner piece, and I'd go to look for it, and then Irina had put it in.
Yeah.
So we
the
were
4 corners are the. Okay, now what? So there's nothing more Canadian than doing a Canadian hockey puzzle in a Canadian hockey rink. And do you feel like you're going to go single Canada now or something? I don't know.
Have to.
Yeah. Maybe go take a little lie down and recover. Because we have pairs and the team's final coming up. And are you teaming up together for pairs, or how's that working?
2 and 2.
2 and 2? Okay. Well, thank you so
Awesome.
much for
Thank
joining us on our live stream today. And it's been really exciting to have this broadcasting out to the world, and we appreciate you being here. It's wonderful to have you.
Before you leave,
Yeah.
as we've asked the other two teams, is there anyone that you want to give a shout out to? Anybody at home? Anybody who's been very influential in puzzling through the years? Like, who would you like to give a shout out to?
I did tell all of my family to watch, and I felt my phone vibrating, so I know some of them are watching. And I know my aunt Julie's watching, so thank you.
Excellent.
And she loves Caitlin's videos.
Yeah.
My parents, Barb and Gary, are hosting me, Charlotte, and then Chloe and Sky, who you had on earlier.
They gave a shout out to Barb. as
Okay,
well.
great.
They're
Barb,
like, "Way
Barb
to go,
deserves
Barb."
a shout out. She's an amazing puzzle mom.
Okay.
Excellent.
I'll shout out my friends Leanna and Emma in Hamilton, who were watching the live stream all day yesterday on a big screen in their backyard. So my biggest fans.
Oh, come on, that's wonderful.
Awesome.
And I have to give a shout out to my family and my husband's family, who all came yesterday, and everyone was here and cheering me on with little signs, and it was so sweet.
We
so
saw
I appreciate
that.
that.
Yeah, we saw
It was so
that,
fun.
yeah.
And
Thomas Kepler was here. He's the president of Ravensburger in
Yeah.
North America. And we said, we had people in the stands with signs.
Yeah.
And he was like, wow. Yeah, he thought that was
We
amazing.
need more cowbell.
yeah. And my parents are actively doing at home watching the live stream doing a puzzle, so I was really proud of them too.
Excellent.
So-
Excellent.
Yeah, we like to, puzzlers always want to invite more people to come and do a puzzle with them, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I've made them do them with me. They're
Allison,
not
she
by
was-
choice. Yeah.
She's a member of the Canadian Wolfbirds. Yesterday, she had her brother, her sister-in-law, her mom and dad. She was like, here's training puzzles. Let's go. And she got the whole family involved. So
Yeah.
it's nice things like that.
Excellent.
Well, congratulations
Yes,
for making it through
congratulations.
so well on this puzzle. And it's so lovely to have you here. And good luck in your rest of your rounds.
Good luck in
Thank
pairs
you.
and
Yeah,
and
take care.
teams. Thank you.
Happy puzzling. Thank you. We're going to get our next group up here. We have the Peace Bridge Puzzlers. They're from Alberta. They're going to be coming up right away.
We do have
Come on down.
some teams getting close to
Yeah.
or finish. I know Siblings Squared did
Just
finish.
finished up.
And shout out from their mom watching from Halifax for Cameron and Liam. So really appreciate the support on the home front.
So we have joining us right now. We're going to get you're going to need to share the microphone. So when you're talking, please hold it right up to your mouth so we can hear you. So we're going to start off. We've got the Peace Bridge Puzzlers. So we'll ask you to introduce yourself. You can pass that down the line, and then we'll have a few questions for you.
Hi, I'm Olivia McMurray.
I'm Candace Kleniak.
I'm Adele Kleniak.
I'm Rachel McKenzie.
And I am very lucky. I got to puzzle with Olivia at the Alberta Regionals. We came in third place for teams, so yay for us. Our team name was Eat Our Puzzle Dust. It was quite fun. So, okay, we heard in the room the sigh that rang out when you pulled that puzzle out of the box. And we were kind of saying like an hour and a half, hour 45 for a team to do a 1,000-piece puzzle. That's a hard puzzle. So what was your approach here? Where did you start? Was it kind of like, and then you kind of came up with a plan, or what was your approach here?
Adele said she wanted to do the people right away. Rachel always does the edge, so we pulled people and edge first, and then as we were pulling, we saw like the net and the glass and the buildings and stuff like that towards the back. So also pulled that, and that's what Olivia worked on, and then I just kind of sorted by like darker and lighter, and then
it's like white, light blue, medium blue, medium dark blue.
Shades of blue.
Blue.
Yeah, exactly. So the only hard part was the hockey rink, which is the whole puzzle.
Yeah,
So
80% of the puzzle. We've got Team 3 finishing up here, Heated Puzzlery. They're down to their last few pieces, and you feel their pain. It's like finally, well, it's so interesting. When you got to a certain point, you saw the teams kind of speed up again. Was it hard to keep your speed up through this puzzle?
Yeah, is it hard to keep momentum when it's
Way
such
to
a
go.
difficult puzzle?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Did you feel like did you do a lot of shape work? Did you shape sort early? Or?
Yeah, I shape sorted 2 boards full
Yeah, right off the start.
Not at the start, but
Yeah.
like halfway through maybe.
So as a team, do you puzzle a lot together?
Does somebody else want to talk?
We just started maybe a couple months ago getting together as a team, and
Right.
we try to meet once a month.
So you kind of know each other's strengths, and that's kind of where you stay in your wheelhouse and do
Yeah,
what
You have your
yeah, we
roles on
definitely
the
try and
team.
like
Yeah.
lean to each other's strengths, and even just like where we sit in the table, we have to like figure out who's doing what and who's better at doing this. So this puzzle we did move around a lot and change seats, and which normally we don't. But yeah, I think we just needed that to kind of refresh our minds a bit.
That's something that we were discussing earlier, is watching the team. So you don't get stuck on a particular section. You want to keep moving, and you communicate really well, right?
So we just had an update on the stats. So we have 9 teams so far that have finished out of 84.
Out of 84.
Or no, 80. Technically 80. We have 84 tables, but 80 tables.
80 tables.
So that just shows how difficult this puzzle was. Yeah.
Yeah, this was our personal worst time on 1,000. Even from the very beginning, this is the fastest we've ever been as a team, and yet it was the slowest time.
Yeah.
So
Well,
by
and
far the most difficult puzzle.
Kind of puzzle related too, right? Like, like it might have been the slowest, but you're still one of 9 out of 80. So there we go.
And, and it, like we've said before, it's the Canadian Championship, so you want to have a puzzle that's going to be challenging to the fastest teams, right?
Which this certainly was.
And I guess it's difficult to really kind of keep it even, right? Between do we make it too easy so more people finish? Do we? But this type of image, from this artist, looking at some of the other images that he has produced, this one actually might have been one of the easier ones, because some
of them, it's like one hockey player in the middle of an icy rink.
In an icy rink, and it's a lot of similar color.
Or all black silhouetted trees.
This one did have some pop of color.
Yeah.
Don't know if
maybe 3. No.
At this point, you're probably thinking no.
And you know what? There's a big mental game to this, and I know you compete as a marathon runner, and you have competitive rowing. And so how do you take those competitive skills and put it up? Because if you're running a marathon, I'm assuming there's a point where you're like, I don't like doing this anymore. I want to be done. And that you may have some parallels to doing a hard puzzle. What do you think about that? How do you, especially as a team, to compete? Yeah.
My distance is actually 10K usually, which is around 50 minutes.
Okay.
So it's kind of perfect because most of the team puzzles are about 50 minutes. The solo puzzles are about 50 minutes. Right. This was like a half marathon, close to 2 hours. So this took way more focus than our normal times. But yeah, I think like being on a rowing team, you're so used to communicating with your boatmates on strategy, shifting the strategy mid-race. So we had a much different puzzle today than we usually have. Like we moved around so much. Yeah. We were talking a ton.
Your strategy as well.
We were even saying like, I have like a toque. Who's missing a toque? Like far more than we usually would. So yeah, I think just like
calling out for anything you can kind of hang your hat on, right?
There's literally a pixel of red.
Piece of
somebody.
Snow.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been amazing getting to be part of a new sport and a new team. It's
and
you learn something.
First time at nationals.
This is all of our first times.
All of your first
and you're
time.
Alberta,
Wow.
correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Calgary.
Well, we know you'll be back. You guys have been just doing great this weekend. So
Thank
we'll
you.
look for you in the finals. And thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Okay. Take care.
Thank you. Good luck in the finals.
Thank you. Thanks. We're gonna get our next team in here.
So Rebecca, we're getting down on the time. We've got about 5 minutes left, so we're going to squeeze in one more team for a quick interview. We've got the heated puzzle ring.
Did you have a chance to drink some water and? Straight to caffeination.
So because we're working on one mic, we'll just pass the mic along as we're
and hold it right up to your mouth when you're
yeah.
speaking. So we'll ask you to introduce yourselves. We've got Heated Puzzlery here from Ontario.
Yeah. So I'm Rachel.
I'm Allison Brown.
I'm Sam Chomick.
I'm Adam Gray.
So when we heard the sigh that was heard across the nation as you pulled this puzzle out of the bag, we knew that this artist was going to appear here somewhere, and we knew it was going to be difficult.
Yes.
Did you anticipate it would be quite as difficult as it was when you? I think we kind of knew it was going to be hard as soon as it came out of the bag, but man, this was
We were anticipating he'd be a finals artist, not a semis.
That's kind of
and
what I
much
thought
harder
too.
than
Oh,
we thought.
hey, we got another finisher. Table 11. I'm just going to give them a shout out. We
Yeah.
tried a puzzle. Zita, Sophie, Andrea, and Gail.
Yeah.
BC Ontario team.
Great job.
And Quebec, I think maybe. Yeah.
We had done one of Bill's other puzzles, Sundown and Stars, I believe, as a team, and it went
That's the
well.
one with that gradient at the
yes,
top,
the
right?
gradient. That was nice.
Much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think right off the bat, our goal was to stay positive and to not get too overwhelmed the way I know some teams did with Puzzle Passion last year.
Yeah.
So that kept us going for a bit, but at a certain point, the positivity slips a little bit.
Well, and it is kind of, we were saying we've got this is Canadian champions. We expect that the puzzle might be difficult, but we know when teams are training, this is not the puzzle you're necessarily training for. And so what makes a we've had, I think, that might be 10 people that finished the puzzle out of 80. So we know that the people that finished have the strategies to shift at the beginning. When you pull it out of the bag, you're not going to be pulling projects and having people complete them, put in the islands. So how did you feel you had to shift your strategy from what you would normally do to attempting a puzzle like this?
It turned into a really quick pick and place type of method. It's focusing on there is colors on it on the ice with the players, so that is something to still consider. And it was just trying to figure out, looking at the backgrounds, looking at the smallest details, and then just kind of hoping for the best. But also keeping in mind it's a qualifier, so just survive, and then we have still the rest of the day to get through.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not the final where it's all the way. Well, and it's interesting because when we think of the final puzzle from last year, that Puzzle Passion. Oh, hey, we got some more finishers. Oh, great! Look at that. Come
That's
on.
the Puzzle
That's
Killers.
Korean's team. Let's see. The Puzzle Killers have killed the puzzle. They
Puzzle
defeated
Killers
it
have got it.
just in the nick of time, and they're right down to the end. It's so nice to see when you get to the end and people can feel fast again.
Yes.
I always say you feel kind of and then you feel pretty as you're getting those pieces in.
So we did see some of the teams trying to sort this puzzle by color.
Yeah.
Right, and it's, as Rebecca said before, it was light blue, medium blue, dark blue. Where do you go?
Yeah.
Where do you go from there?
Well done.
Well, once you try to figure that out,
Yeah.
what's the next step?
Yeah,
One
so
minute remaining.
there is kind of an unspoken rule that if anyone mentions shape sorting, it's time to do it. If it's brought up, you should just be doing it.
Right.
We did break that rule a little bit. We waited maybe a little bit longer. I think shape sorting was
hey, we got
necessary really early in this puzzle. I think a lot of people were doing that.
It really was, because what else? You knew you were going to do it anyway, so you might as well just use that to your advantage right from the start, basically. Yeah.
As the sorter, I kind of was, very much medium blue, the light blue. Oh, these are a little bit more rainbowy, and then little tiny dots are up in this corner. So it was more very textured color within that. And then at some point we actually just put them all on the same trays of shape sorted because having it separated by that wasn't helpful.
Yeah, you need to almost be able to.
9, 8,
we got our
7,
counter now.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands off your puzzle.
I think everyone's cheering to be finished.
I think so.
There's going to be a lot of counting happening.
There's a lot of puzzle piece counting.
Okay,
on that.
very important. I need your attention. We have not filled all of our spots, as I think you can well imagine. A number of you will still qualify, so I need you to sit with your puzzles, take the time, stack your pieces in stacks of 10, so our spotters can come around and count them. 2 pieces assembled is not considered assembled. 3 or more is assembled. So please help us out. This is going to take quite some time to work our way through. Do not break anything up until your spotter has approved you.
So I think you made a good point about how you kind of had them sorted, but then at the end you're just putting them by shape. And I think sometimes too, when you see them all on one tray, it's easier to spot which is the light, which is the dark when you've got them in that comparison, right?
Yeah, definitely. And it's one of those puzzles where when you see that and you can then just put a few together all in a row, it gives you a little bit more momentum to keep pushing through, because it is, at the end of the day, this is a grinding puzzle.
It really is, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I like here that they're doing anything that's 3 together counts. I was at the France 24-hour marathon, and anything that was together but attached to the border is all that counted.
Right.
So you had to like start doing the border.
If we have any of
first.
our volunteers in the back of the hall who are working the next round, we could use with your help now.
Well, we're
if you're here.
Canadians. We like to do things a nice way.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you're going to go have a little lie down maybe and get ready for...
Apparently we're helping to count pieces. They've
there you go.
recruited the Finnish puzzlers
Oh,
to
look
help
at that.
because
See, that's-
they
aren't
don't
you
have
kind?
enough volunteers.
Yeah.
Everybody pitch in.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be a little bit of work to get this done.
Yeah.
So I guess, would you like to give a shout out to anyone at home, or feel free if you just want to
If
go
anyone's
rest?
watching, hello.
We had people
Yeah,
from
my friends
Finland,
and family.
Belgium.
Friends and family that have supported my addiction to puzzling. That would be it.
I'll give a shout out to my family, of course. A shout out to my cat Calcifer, who's patiently waiting for me at home. Not patiently at all. And honestly, shout out to anyone who finished this puzzle or even came close, because I think just finishing is such an incredible achievement in this round.
And for sticking with it the whole way through, hey?
For
Like
sure.
knowing you don't have a hope to finish.
Yeah. And to anyone that watched that whole thing as well. That would have been tough to sit and watch everyone do it. So anyone that's watching on the live stream.
Well, like,
it's
look up
also
in the
great.
stands.
Yeah,
You're
there's
like-
tons of people here.
Yeah.
It's great.
That's an excellent point. Excellent point.
Well, thank you so much. I believe you've got work to do, so we'll let you head on over.
Good luck. Good
Thank
luck
you.
in
So
teams.
nice to chat with you. All right, so we're going to wrap up our live stream. We've got some puzzle counting to do. So I think at the end, I was trying to keep track. I think we had 13 or 14 people finish the puzzle. And so what we'll do is we have our volunteers go through, do the piece count, and the teams are ranked based on that. So there's, even if they have not completed the puzzle, any 3 pieces together counts as 1, and then any loose pieces, so they can be ranked in that manner. So we just want to thank Ravensburger, who provided the puzzles, and we
Absolutely.
really enjoyed talking with Bruce Donnelly from Puzzles Canada, who makes our helps us with the CGPA to get our puzzles.
Helps make it possible.
Thank you to our viewers. This has really been a lot of fun, and we will see you again soon. Our next round will be the team's qualifier round F at 10:45 a.m. Eastern Time. So that's in about 10 minutes, so I need to go and get ready for that. So pleasure
Thank you,
hosting
Rebecca.
with you, Doug. We've got Manitoba to Nova Scotia here today on the live
We're
stream.
represented.
Yeah, so we'll take care and we'll see you next time. Happy
Bye-bye.
puzzling.